What is going on, everybody? We are back. Sorry about that. There was technical difficulties. Nothing like going live on effing YouTube. So first time I had difficulties, I had to shut my whole computer down and restart it up. So that took a little longer than expected, but we are through it, and thank God it's almost the end of the work week. I'm getting worked every which way this week. So patience, right? Patience is a virtue. Patience is a. I was ready to throw my computer against the wall. But I have to buy another computer.
But I'm just glad it wasn't me this time.
Yeah. How you feeling this Thursday evening, my friend?
I'm wore out, man. I'm ready for the weekend. Yeah. One more day. We can do this. Ready for a beer for sure.
This was a short week for me, but felt long still. So, in fact, I got another 4-day week next week. So, yeah.
I was going to say, they're all short for you the rest of the year, aren't they?
They are short for me the rest of the year. All 4-day weeks throughout. And off that week of Christmas. Got to burn the time. But, yeah, I'm ready to crack open a beer. That's for sure.
Must be good to be Rod J. Deals and more deals and no short work weeks and no work weeks. Man, what a life you live.
These companies give you all this time that you got to use, right? Or you lose it. So it's like, I guess I'll take the time if I have to. If you're going to force me to take the time off, I'll take it. No problem. So, all about being a team player. So
well, I hear you there.
Yeah, but so here it is, first week of December. So we're finally into that last month of 2020, which I think everybody's pretty much happy about.
Yeah, let's just hope 2021 is much better.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to be around the corner, right? It could even be worse, but we got to hope it's better, right? I mean,
bite your tongue.
We got vaccines about ready to roll out, and some of the UK, they're beating us too. UK's got vaccines coming out like next week or something, the first shots or whatever. So we'll see how it goes. But there's questions around that too. So some people aren't fully buying into it. Usually it takes a certain number of years, and now we've all of a sudden got this in a few months. Some people are a little leery about whether or not to do the vaccine. Have you thought about if you take the vaccine or?
Probably would at this point. Like, I mean, the way this year's been, why not? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they feel pretty confident about it. So, but no, like you said, though, I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? In like 5 years, you might have a third eye or something because of it.
You might get that Bill Gates chip. You just don't know.
That's true. I saw a poll. They were saying only 40% of the people of Americans, I guess, would get it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are holding their reservations. And in fact, even today, it's like they came out and Obama, Clinton, and W said they would all do it on live TV so that people can see. Like, yeah, but how do we know what you're really getting injected with unless we're right there, right behind you, getting the same pull from the same kid?
Right.
Yeah. So you can't. The reason to being able to logic for some people, it's going to still be questions around it. I don't know. I'd probably do it, but it's just like. It is rather quick to get something like this when it usually takes a lot more time to run your proper tests and stuff. And one thing I did see, there are doctors that have been pushing the pharmaceutical companies to release all the side effect stuff because there's apparently stuff out there we're not being told about side effects yet that could be a concern too. So maybe you will get that. Who knows?
I was saying everything I've heard has been like minimal to no side effects for the most part, but it's like I don't know if I buy that.
Yeah.
Everything has a side effect to it.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Who knows? Shout out to Chad in the house, says hello. Yeah, he said, is there a show night? Yes, he got in early and we were just running behind there with the technical difficulties. Coach is in the house. Cheers, Coach. Good to see you, my friend, as well. Happy Thursday to you. You got 11% ABV, Chad. So what are you drinking there, Chad, at 11% tonight? I like where you're at there.
That's what mine's going to be too, not knowing that's what it was until I already got it out. And I'm like, oh, well.
Big drinkers in the house. Vanessa's in the house. Cheers, Vanessa. Hi, says 20 here for the show. 12 more minutes. Yeah, I just switch it around to get it to work right in the end, but we got up and rolling. And tonight we're actually rolling on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I went ahead and got one of the StreamYard packages. They came at me like the dawn and The Godfather. He made an offer I couldn't refuse. So they had a limited thing over the Black Friday weekend, $10 for your StreamYard, and pretty much everything you get that you would get in the $25 or $20 kit. So went ahead and scooped that offer up, and going to try to do some more fancier type stuff here on the show. So we'll see how that all works out. Let's see. This isn't Vanessa. Tick, tick, tick. She was counting down for us to get started.
Everybody's getting the itch.
Don't rush me, woman. Gilbert in the house. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you as well.
What's up, Gilbert?
See, your Packers are still rolling, my friend. It's kind of weird flipping through the news on Wednesday, and it was like the Steelers game was on in the middle of the day because they had moved it so much. And I guess there's no Thursday night game because maybe that was because of the Wednesday night game, or was it just no Thursday at council?
I'm not really sure what the deal was, but I know there wasn't one for tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know if it had to do with like yesterday or the teams that were supposed to play. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what scheduling's like these days with any sport?
I tell you one thing I like. I can't say one thing I like about the Corona type situation, but one thing that I've come to appreciate is these day games during the week of basketball. So I watched Get Your Boys Indiana the other day, and some of these other games, like you turn like 2:00 in the afternoon. I'm here working. I flip over to there's an NCAA game on. All right, I'll put that on in the background. So because a lot of schedules get flip flopped, they got kids playing during the daytime and stuff.
Speaking of that, because that was the Maui Classic played in Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah, that wasn't Maui.
That was.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of that, I don't know if anybody watched any of those games. You said you might have watched some of them, but Bill Walton is the absolute worst fucking announcer in all of history of sports. Period.
You think he's worse?
The guy that announces with him is he's an enable. He just enables him. Like he doesn't even try to stop him. Like it probably wouldn't matter anyway, but it's like.
Well, we know that Bill may have had just a little, maybe too much, either weed or LSD or whatever it may be. You know, he definitely like one of the lines he had on there or whatever. He never gets low, but he can always get high or something. He said, "I was like, you're gonna just say that during the broadcast? Like nobody's gonna clue into that."
Well, the first game he got on a mushroom kick and talked about how many mushrooms and stuff he's had, all the different types of mushrooms, and I was like. Why does ESPN put up with this stuff? Like he's just talking. He doesn't even realize. Like of course they're doing it from home. You know they're not even at the games, so they're just broadcasting at home. It's like I don't even think he realizes there's a basketball game on because he never talked about it like hardly ever.
Yeah, well, we had the West Virginia versus Gonzaga game, and Jay Billis and kept talking about Dude's hair from Gonzaga a lot of the game, and it's like. You know, people were getting upset. Like I was seeing some of the chat online and like, why are you going to stop? Focus on the game. Why are you worried about this dude's hair, your kid or whatever the name was on Gonzaga? So I guess maybe Bill is because he has no more, but kind of like just stick to the game. But, you know, ESPN has their personalities. Vanessa said, I tried Delirium, Nocturium, or Dragon's Milk. You know what the Dragon's Milk Reserve is going to taste like. So Delirium is good. Never a bad call. Speaking of beer, I'm going to crack this beer open. So I had to figure out what I wanted to drink tonight because I got to start getting more of these beers out. And I was like, all my glassware was pretty much got to be cleaned except for IPA glasses. So that made the decision. What IPAs do I have? So I'm actually going to drink this other one. I put the review up on the channel already, but it's going to be from Hop Butcher, and it is the Loophole Technicality. So this is the 7.5% double IPA, Amarillo, Strata, and Galaxy Hop double India Pale Ale for people that didn't see it. And it's a pretty interesting one. So I'm going to enjoy this. If you don't know if you saw it or not, Tom, but on the back, Hawaiian pineapple, peach nectar, and ripe mango. That's how they describe it. Yeah.
Sounds good.
It is tasty. And I don't know, what are you going to drink over there?
I am going to drink. Here, let me turn the light on so you can see it a little bit better, real fast. And this one you're probably familiar with, maybe not this beer, but the beer company, Sonder Brewing Company.
Mason, baby. Mason, represent.
Yep. So this is a double tiramisu stout brewed with custom blend of Script coffee. So I guess Script coffee is probably a local coffee, I'm assuming.
I haven't heard of that one before, but maybe, or a special type of coffee.
Well, it says script coffee of Sonder. So yeah, I guess it. Well, I don't know. Maybe they have their own coffee place too. Who knows?
But I've had
Anyway,
it before, and the double's going to be, I'm sure, pretty slamming.
yeah, so double tiramisu stout brewed with Madagascar vanilla beans with hints of rich cacao and script coffee by Sonder. And like I said, this one comes in at 11% ABV. Didn't realize that when I grabbed it, but it's never stopped me before. So.
Is that going to influence your decision?
Not really. Not really. And the can-on date, because it does have a can-on date, was 10/30/20. So
you're going to crack that baby open. They do some good stuff. I need to get over to that brewery. So I'm going to get over there, and I haven't. Oh, I was going to say, was that the Otto? Yeah.
Otto, yeah. I was just realized, I was like, I don't even think I said the name, but yeah, Otto double tiramisu stout.
So the funny thing about the Otto, because I've done a review on the base Otto, the brewer that actually came up with that one actually commented on the video as well. Thank you for taking a look at the beer, but wanted me to try the one that you're actually trying. But his Otto's his last name.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. And this one was $2.99 at
bad.
Jungle Gyms.
Jungle Gyms. They took a lot from me. They took a lot from me last weekend.
There's the pour. Nice little finger of mocha colored head.
That should lace the glass nicely.
Nice and dark for sure. Yeah, get some lacing on the glass for sure. Smells good.
So it's
that kind of I don't really know what's in tiramisu. I mean, I've had it before. It's kind of cinnamon-ish. I got a little bit of cinnamon kind of smell to it. You know, it does the same thing about cinnamon, but I think is that part of tiramisu?
Yeah, well, it can be if they sprinkled on there, but I mean,
definitely get big coffee notes.
Usually tiramisu is a nice amount of goodness, so
yeah, definitely. Coffee seems to be the star on the aroma anyway. A little bit of chocolate. Let's see what it got. Don't hate it. Don't hate it.
I bet it's probably smooth. It's probably got a little bit of silkiness to it. Probably a nice creamy little base in there as well.
Yeah, nice cream feel to it. Probably medium to lower medium body. Probably it's not super thick, not light bodied either. Probably medium.
Yeah.
Nice coffee tones for sure in it. I mean, it definitely gets some of the coffee in it. Maybe a little bit of vanilla, not so much the vanilla though. That you know they say it's brewed with Madagascar vanilla beans and hints of rich cacao, cocoa, whatever you want to say.
There's cacao, cocoa. So
yeah, but definitely for me though, it's more coffee than anything, which isn't a bad thing either. It's nice. I like it. Definitely creamy, smooth feel to it. It's probably been sitting out probably 45 minutes now, I guess.
Yeah, so since
we come on a little later
with the flavor and the aroma. Yeah, they got one beer that's based off an apple strudel. That's really good too.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I remember. Sonder was at the beer fest there, right?
Yeah, they were there.
Yeah, I remember. I think I've had some stuff from them before, but I think but probably picked up a can or something too at Jungle Gyms before.
Speaking of the beer fest, big news came out this week. They actually already postponed the Winter Beer Fest for next year out to 2022. So there'll be no Winter Beer Fest, and there won't be one at the end of summer either. Everything's getting moved to the next year, which sucks. But if you buy your tickets now, you can get your tickets for $35. and it's good for the next 3 beer fests for anyone that you want to go to as well. So
Just for one of the next three or all three?
one of the next 3 that you want to use it for,
Okay.
about 60 or something in. But yeah, they had to come out with the news, and they were going to move it just with all the precautions and stuff. So that's a big thing in February. That's like 500 beers there. That's a
I was going to
blast.
say, that's not that far away. So
Yeah,
that one I can understand, but for the whole year, especially with the talks of vaccine or whatever, I don't know. I mean, it's probably not a bad idea either. And I
yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if a lot of stuff doesn't automatically do that, but we'll see. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see.
That's a ton of people there, though, as you know. So
Oh yeah, that's such a good beer fest too. It's
yeah,
a shame, really. Well, I don't know if I have to say this year or not, just because I don't know what the hell's going to happen. But definitely look forward to that one from now on for sure. I
yeah.
know we had good. I know Shannon enjoyed herself, had a good time too.
Or
But
where else can we run a fried bologna poll except the beer fest, right?
exactly.
Yes, we other comment. Dave's in the house. What is going on, Dave? It's definitely been a bit of time. Hopefully, you're doing well, and
What's up, Dave?
things good on this end as well for me. And Todd, things doing well too. So, I definitely understand. I've been behind on a lot of channels as well. I'm trying to get them in as best I can between work and everything else. It gets tough. And I'm glad to see you came back for a bit and chilling with us here. John Sharon in the house. What is going on, John? Good to see you. John over on.
What's going on, John?
What's going on, my friend? Happy upcoming weekend to you as well. Hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving last week. And John's always a good guy. I kind of miss John not having his channel here on YouTube like he did before. That was always a fun thing as well. And he does the wood shop stuff on Instagram, which is always pretty cool. I can see when John's building stuff out there in his wood shop and everything.
Definitely does some nice woodworking stuff for sure. Restorations and stuff.
What is going on? Carnal in the house was popping, just chilling, cracking beers as usual. Hopefully you're doing all right and staying safe. Carnal's block is getting shot up lately, so you got to be careful up there in Akron. It's people have been popping off a little bit. He said, Dave said, "What's up, Vanessa?" Carnal said, "I'm taking no vaccine. How stupid do you have to be?" See, so there's people on the sides like, taking a vaccine or not. So I think you're going to let us see how it rolls out because they're going to do it first with like people on the front lines, the medical type stuff. Like, your wife will probably she'll probably get it for her job and everything. And
I'd be curious to see if they are forced to do it or not.
Oh, that'll be a question if they can force people to actually do it or not. I think
they're forcing them to take the COVID test now, so
yeah. Well, do they force them to do flu shots and stuff now too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I would say they are. I think they. I don't.
I'm just thinking.
That's a good question. I'm not sure how they actually present that to them or not.
The age of the patient she's around is why I'm thinking she may be one of the early lookers if they get over there where you're at, but it'll be interesting to see because I'm thinking they'll do frontline people like elderly first to see what happens, but nobody wants to be that guinea pig, I'm sure. What's up, Ron Sutton in the house? Mountaineers, baby. Ron's like, you drinking some hams tonight, my friend. Hams back.
Of course.
Ron loves the hams. Good to see you, brother. Doing well. Do you know what's in it? Actually, I have seen some of the reports on it and what they're kind of doing. I haven't fully went deep into it, but I know a lot of people think they're putting a disease into it to give you the vaccine. But from what I've seen on it, if it is, it's like a very little bit to try to get your body to create antibodies. But I haven't done all the full research. But, it's science. I back science. It's just, I don't like the situation of how quick it's actually being done just to be sure that it's good. I like to see it tested out more, It was kind of funny because Pfizer, I think, first came out and they said they were 93%, and then Moderna said they were like 95 something. Oh, then the next day, Pfizer's like, oh, no, we're 95 something too. Like, really? Are you? 2 days ago, you were 93, but all of a sudden now you're 95.
Right.
Yeah, so.
and I think that's going to be the biggest problem with most people's going to have is how quick it has come out and the long-term effects, if any,
Right.
Not knowing. But
like the doctors questioning us not being told all the side effects. That's what raised one of my eyebrows is If the doctors are saying you're not telling all the people the stuff they need to know, then that's an issue.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Stimulus check came November 30th, 1700. So the feds do know how to correct things. Wow, you just got the stimulus from the first stimulus thing?
Man.
I know some people didn't get their stuff. I guess that's just weird how screwed up that got. But then again, government was in charge, so should we be surprised? It was
right, exactly.
Gilbert
Well,
said,
I bet there was still people, especially like Kentucky, that never got an unemployment check.
Yeah. Some people, it's different states have stuff screwed up, I guess, and the federal has some of their stuff screwed up. But this new package they're actually looking at passing possibly now won't have stimulus for the people. It's got some stuff in there for businesses and stuff they're trying to say, but I think it's going to hurt people again because a lot of people have their rent coming due this month that can't afford it because they haven't been working with COVID, get laid off from jobs. And so you're doing a package, but you're not going to give it to the people that might need it possibly. Or it's like maybe a couple hundred extra on unemployment if they're getting unemployment. Not everybody gets unemployment when they lose their job. So, right. Companies will fight unemployment because companies are the ones that really pay into that. So depending on the situation, it can be a little crazy. Gilbert's sipping on a Tatty Porter. I haven't had one of those in years. I believe I want to say Samuel Smith on that one. Did you get TB vaccine in elementary school? Marketing room. I did not get that, the TB. That was actually phased out, I think. In New Jersey, it was phased out like 10 years before I started getting vaccinated. It's weird, though, because my wife, who's actually just about a year and a half younger than me, she had gotten it in West Virginia. So depending on what state you're in, some states phase it up early. Did you get the TB with the big, like, little
yeah.
You didn't get it there either, so. I used to hate that tetanus shot, though. Like, they used to have the old shot, like a gun or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now it's no problem. Now you just go and do it, but it's like, yeah. Of course, once you start getting, if you get tattoos, you're used to the needles anyway.
Yeah, needles don't really bother me.
That was smallpox vaccine, Vanessa said. Well, I didn't get that one either then. But I know the one that my wife got, it was that one that Ron made mention of. I'm back. My Wi-Fi connection's like, well, great to have you back. Well, your Wi-Fi, my computer, Todd's audio, we've all been having computer issues tonight.
They don't want us to be.
Yeah. TB test, the iPod version no longer shows anything on me. Those type tests stopped working back in 1992. Immune system was broken down too far. Polio was wiped out with the vaccine created in Pittsburgh. Fun fact.
Bring the knowledge.
Ravens have a false positive outbreak, so the game was moved. Yeah. Well, they're being careful, though. So I can't believe the Steelers were 11-0 now, or are they 12-0?
Let's see. No, I think it's 11-0.
11-0, so they got 5 games left on the season.
Yeah.
But I think in the 5 games they got left, doesn't look like anybody's going to beat them there. So they could go undefeated through the season, from what I saw. And
possibility.
Yeah, I wonder if the champagne's on ice in Miami yet. Like if they're probably thinking this team's got a pretty good shot, but so did Brady in the year and they lost the Super Bowl. So you never know. Polio still exists; it's not quite prevented worldwide, but it close. Yeah, it still does exist. In fact, of all the disease control places, I think we're the only country that still has still has the virus in a lab, which is kind of weird, Oh shit! Ron's having a Jenny Ice. Are you cheating on Hams, Ron?
Uh-oh.
Ham's not going to be happy about that, my friend. The American Bastard. Yes, I've had the American Bastard numerous times. In fact, I've had the American Bastard and some of the variants as well of the American Bastard. I do like that one from Stone Still. That's kind of like a classic type beer. So
yeah.
I still enjoy that one there.
Some of the variants of that's pretty solid too.
Yeah, I had one of them that was a mix of like 3 different versions. I can't remember which one it was. I'd have to look on Untapped to see, but I do enjoy that. I almost picked up the Stone Variety Pack this past week when I was out, but decided to pass because I had so much other stuff. If you guys see the unboxing I had to leave stuff. I couldn't take they all couldn't come home with me. I had to leave stuff there. I mean, once I saw the Epic beers.
Man, I'm so jealous of that.
Every one of those bottles, get in the cart. Every one of you.
And the ones they had with those last year is like, oh man. Yeah, I miss
Yeah,
them.
last year
We don't get Epic here anymore. I haven't seen it anyway.
I had to go to 4 different spots to get the ones I wanted, which I still had to still drink. I got them in the cellar, but I didn't crack those open. But
They had a
Epic,
peanut butter one last year, didn't they?
yeah, the peanut butter one, and then this year was the
Yeah.
peanut butter cup. So I still want the Victory at Sea peanut butter cup because I heard that one was really good. Let's see here. Dave says cheers. He said Dragon's Milk reserved to Vanessa as well. Well, that's looking tasty. Tell me how it tastes. Which one? The Otto that Todd is drinking, or the IPA that I'm drinking? Because I can tell you the loophole technicality is pretty good. I don't know if Hot Butcher's sending anything else. It's funny, like the last box is just like showed up on the step, and it's like, oh, Chicago Hot Butcher. Like they know it was coming.
Okay, thank you.
Let me rearrange the cooler. Shock top, pretty good. Shock top, sorry, I'm not a shandy person, so I don't usually do the shock top because they're mainly shandies. But it is what it is. I mean, I've had it before. I would say I never drain pour a shock top, although I drain pour the lining kugel. So if that's what I
I'm
guess.
not a fan.
Yeah. Or Great White. The shock top is really like your macro, like whip beer kind of thing there as well. Drink some Jameson the other day. Jameson is good. I do like Jameson. The castmates are good, but I like just the regular Irish as well. Sipping on Ralphius white chocolate macadamia for the first time. 14.1 ABV. Cheers.
Ooh,
Cheers.
nice.
Oh, and it's the first show, so I'll give you a big old
welcome.
Yeah, so welcome to the show here. Great to have you on board. And Ralphius white chocolate macadamia. Let me take a look here. That sounds really good. So you can find information on that one.
Never heard of it.
Let's see. Ralphius is Free Will Brewing. They're out of Bricasey, Pennsylvania. Each Ralphius variant was designed to highlight the different facets of our complex blend of bourbon barrel aged stout. This version was aged with white chocolate, vanilla, and macadamia nuts, showcasing a rich, buttery nuttiness. It has 188 check-ins, and the average is 4.31. So,
oh wow, nice.
Now you may have a different one there, Bo, just because. And it could be untapped, could be screwed up, but they're showing a 15.6% ABV. Chances are it might be. I'm sorry, no, 14.1. Last year's was 15.6. They brought it down a little bit. This year's 14.1, and the average is 4.25. White chocolate and macadamia nuts. Okay.
So, Bo, are those bombers or those 12-ounce or 16-ounce cans or bottles?
Yeah, a lot of the specialty ales come in like the bomber side. I usually see, but that's a good thing
and
there.
The price point on those.
Yeah, and we're seeing some now that are going to like 6-packs or 4-packs as well. I can't think of who I just picked up in that unboxing. Oh, the Lagunitas, the Willatize Stout that I just picked up.
Yeah.
Usually it was just a bomber, but this is the first year they've actually put it in smaller bottles, which is nice.
No, they had them last year.
Oh, okay. I thought it was this year was the first one they did. Okay.
Yeah. The only reason why I know that is because I got a last year's version still sitting on the top of my fridge down in the basement.
There you go.
I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I still have one of those from last year because I missed this year, so I didn't get a chance. I didn't get it.
Chad said 11% ABV Imperial Milk Porter Goodnight Moon by Greater Good. Nice. And I've heard Greater Good does some pretty good beers too. Let me see here. Which one? Goodnight Moon. Okay.
Greater Good. And where are they out of?
Let's see here. What do we say? This was the 11% Imperial? Because they got a barrel aged version too of it. So they're out of Worcester, Mass.
Hmm.
And what they got noted on here? Wow, this has a lot of stuff right there. Strong, bold, creamy, and delicious. If you're seeking a flavorful porter, that means business. Here you go. We created a traditional style London porter with the addition of unfermentable lactose to give you a creamier mouthfeel, a technique famously found in milk stouts. The results are out of this world. Brewed with Chilean coffee and Chilean chocolate malts. You'll get unbelievable hints of roasted flavors that only enhance the typical caramel flavors of traditional porters. We then cold condition our Imperial with Venezuelan cacao nibs, which impart a harmonious hint of chocolate and coffee to what we call an Imperial drinking experience. We think our Imperial milk porter is unlike that of any porter you will find. Now, I bet it is with all that stuff they're actually doing there. Uh, I've had 7 friends that have actually tried that. Average rating 4.04 on Untappd. Everyone else 3.96 out of 4675 check-ins. So
If they have that in barrel age, what's the percentage on the barrel age version of that?
let's see on it.
Say.
And the barrel age I see is the one here from 2019. So I'm not sure if they've done it yet for 2020, but that was 11.1 as well.
Okay.
So no difference. Which I've seen some there. I mean, the base is an Imperial.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing they're doing there. They barrel and stuff. Yeah, 11.1 was 2018 as well. Let's see here, Dave. Well, thanks. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate you being here. You guys make it all fun. Beer God. No, I'm just a prince moving through, trying to build up. Flacco in the house. What is going on, my friend? Cheers, and hopefully you're off from work and actually kicking it. Flacco is probably the best Call of Duty player I've ever met in my life. He just crushes people in there. It's like for you to start shooting somebody, he's got like 40 kills or something. So
That hurts, right? Better than me. I didn't think there was anybody better than me.
he's better than me.
Don't spit that all over the camera.
He's better than me, you, Alan, and Erie all put together.
I wouldn't even put myself in the same conversation, period. My dog could pick it up and probably play better than me. So
Gilbert said, my 90-year-old grandfather lived through multiple flu, TB, and polio pandemics and is locked in a retirement home right now. He's just happy he made it to lunch and wants to go for a walk. There you go. Simple things in life where he's at now. So, yeah. Hey, JP, you guys listening to the White Yoakum Santa Can't Cry, drinking Ice House. Oh, Ice House. There you go. Nice. Hopefully things are going well there, Gene, as well. Massachusetts requires flu shot for all school kids. Yeah, I mean, here, if you're going to school, they require them for kids to have their shots where they let them in. We were thinking like of the adults that have to go to work and everything. Bamboo in the house. What is going on? Says cheers to everyone here.
Bamboo.
Let's say yes, our first stimulus. Took only like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, I guess now. Don't take it. Vaccines need 10 years of testing to see what the side effects are. Russianness is ready to serve. And I agree, Bamboo. That's the concern in the back of the mind, just knowing how long it usually takes to run these type of tests. And when you look at how things are studied, are things just getting out there just to try to, I'll say, put one on the people, but it's kind of like you're rushing through just to try to get people to calm down a little bit or something possibly. I don't know. I bought more leather and fixed more on the truck. There you go. Vanessa's always busy, always doing something. If vaccine would keep me a lot longer, I shall take it. I have vaccines on regular schedules. And yeah, just figured out these docs politicians are not being fully truthful. Yeah, right. Well, whatever happened to the one person was, I forgot her name, was a one black doctor female, and she was one of those people that Trump was trying to tout before. Then they found out she's basically, some of her medicine felt like it was witchcraftery or whatever. Then she kind of just disappeared again. Like put her to the back. Don't bring her up again. Mm-hmm. And the guy that he brought on to replace Fauci, I guess, is going to resign. I mean, really, why do people resign now? Like, you're only going to be at the most 2 more months because you know Biden's going to fire you anyway. So,
right.
You know, I mean, you guys should all be like Rudy. Say what you want about Giuliani, which I think he's just off the deep end trying to make up all these conspiracy theories, but he's getting paid $20,000 a day. I would stress that shit out forever if I was him. I'd be making up shit too if I was Giuliani. It's like I would never going home. 20,000 a day, shit.
He's probably trying to
Especially
start the side fund to make
right,
up for that little party he had in that Borat movie.
right.
Speaking of, have you seen that actually? That part where he's in on that?
No, I've seen clips of it. I haven't watched the whole thing put together though. But yeah, it was hand down his pants.
So we watched it, and it was uncomfortable. Like, what is he doing right now? Like, he clearly had no idea there was, that it was the movie, obviously, but it was like, dude, come on. You want to talk about Joe Biden putting hands on kids and shit, whatever. This guy he went off the rails.
I'm still trying to figure out the black dye on his face. Like, was that from the hair or something? Like, what's going on? Like, nobody. He's got black dye coming down. Pence can't feel a fly on his head. Like, what is going on, people? Are you getting Botox and you're losing the sense? I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, so. Oh, it's crazy. The pneumonia vaccines are a great improvement over keeping those infections at bay, having breathing tubes out and inserting your sides to not walk in the park. Yeah. My doctors across the country have kept me alive all these years. Yeah, so doctors are definitely doing the stuff they need to do. I'm sure it's just I think people have hesitation with how quick this is actually being put out there. And, hey, Beerhound, what is going on? Good to see you, brother. Cheers from the OC. Hopefully you got some good stuff you're drinking on tonight, Bill. Let us know. Cheers to my bed. Flacco swore out from work probably as he's in the bed. Lagunitas sucks. There you go. Somebody just did a review on Lagunitas sucks. I can't remember who it is, but I haven't had one of those in a while. But I remember it being tasty.
I drank one, I think it was on the show last week.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of then. When you don't get to leave the house, everything runs together.
I know. Like, what day is it?
I'm surprised everybody just doesn't shop in their pajamas now when you see them in the store. You don't have to go anywhere.
Depends on which store you go to.
True. Yeah. Yeah, there's some you're like, you need to go home and put some clothes on.
Yeah. You can get in. How did they let you in?
Chad said Greater Good only makes Imperial. Well, there you go. I would definitely check them out then. Oh, we got Dolly in the house. She saw my peppery mead review. She doesn't like it, but then she cheers with the pepper. Dolly like anything that's a strawberry quick for the most part.
What's up, Dolly?
It was pretty good. I did not get the PS5 as of yet. Most of the things I've seen have been sold out, and I'm not going to be on like all crazy trying to figure it out and go ahead and look to pick it up. I mean, I'll get it when I get it. For me, it's not a big rush, and some of these people are like paying astronomical prices. I'm like, why? Just like, can't you like pay? You can't wait a few months? Like,
I don't get that. I know. It's like I gotta have it first one to have it or something. I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah. I mean, I know some people do it because they're kids for Christmas, but even then, it's like,
And there's always so many bugs, like when it first comes out too. I mean, it happens every year. Like 6 months down the road, it's not even the same machine as when it first comes out.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, just so I forgot, I was on Facebook earlier and I scrolled across when the PlayStation ads popped up. I forgot this month because I actually wanted to play that game. It was let me check here real quick because it's still downloading on the system right now. Just Cause 4 came out free this month on PlayStation.
Okay.
So I started to download today, and then I saw my Fallout 76 had a free download update. And so I'm like, oh, well, shoot, I'll go ahead and do that. I haven't played that in a while. I was thinking about playing Fallout again. Freaking 50-something gigs. It's like 50 hours. It's like, 50 hours. Yeah, I'll see you Sunday, I guess, the way it's going right now.
Well, if you're downloading two at the same time, though, that's probably part of it.
Yeah, but both of them are like pretty big. So it's like, well, I guess I won't be playing this until Sunday. So there you go. And the
I might get on there and download one of those then, or both, maybe.
Yeah, I like Just Cause 3, but it was on the PlayStation 3, so I'm happy they put the 4 out this month. And I started playing. I picked up PGA 2021 because it was like $29 for PlayStation 4.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
You
So
did get it?
I got it through like Amazon had delivered it or whatever. But you can do it online, or you can get like Best Buy or whatever. They're all like, at least this last week, they were all $29.99 for all
I
of them.
saw that, and I should have done that. I should have done that because Shannon was like, "Oh, I'll get you something for Christmas." So I gave her that as one of the ideas, something maybe if she wanted to get. But I saw it was on sale for like 50% off. But I need to go in and see if they still have it. If they do, I'll just go ahead and buy it.
Yeah, I played it yesterday. It's actually pretty fun and goes through pretty smoothly. So I haven't played a golf game in a while, but I do like it. And then MLB The Show 20 is actually $10 now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I was going to think about picking that up possibly. See, Gilbert said, I would shoot polish my hair for 20 grand too. Yeah, for 20,000 a day, I'm doing whatever needs to get done. You want me to hold a press conference next to a adult store? I'll do that. $20,000 a day, not a problem.
No kidding. Sign me up.
It's been a long time since I had the sucks. It's really good. Yeah, Lagunitas is really good. And I don't know if you saw the unboxing I was just talking about earlier there, Bill, but I picked up their Will Ties coffee style for this year, and I picked up I think it's Sonamica was the name of it. Was their sour ale, I think, in wine barrels. So yeah, people are selling it at double the price. Like who will buy? Well, there's people buying them. I had one of my friends, his son got 4 of them and sold the other 3 off, covered his expense plus some. So and his son was like, I don't know, I think his son's like in high school, so probably 17, 16, so around there. So he's got time to sit around and wait for things to pop up, but a little bit of the capitalistic attitude. He was able to make some money off of them. I mean, if people are going to pay for them that high, that's on them. As Joe would say, if Joe was here, where are you, Joe? Joe, where are you?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's their decision. So, a fool and their money are soon parted, right? Something like that it goes. Just got to add on how to play Sudoku. Hello, if they only knew. I haven't played that in a long time. I do remember Sudoku. I'd rather play people more of a challenge. Well, that's you, Dolly, for sure. Playing the minds of people. Do you prefer chess, though, or math games? I haven't played chess in a while. I used to like to play chess. Believe it or not, back in the day, I was actually in the chess club in school. QT in the house. What is going on, my friend? Cheers, brother. And let me see.
Shannon just started, speaking of chess, Shannon just started watching that Queen's something or another on Netflix. It's about chess.
The Queen's Gambit?
Yeah. She said it was really good.
It's like the number one trending thing or something, I think now. It's like 60 million people have watched it or something.
But what she said, it was only like 8 episodes and that was it. It's not like season 1 or anything. That was just all.
Yeah, it was just like a series that went through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She said it was really good. She's like, I want to take up chess. I'm like,
you didn't watch Fargo, right? At all? You said you haven't watched any of the Fargo shows except like the first one or something.
Yeah, I watched the first season and a half or so, but I haven't seen. I want to watch this one with Chris Rock though for sure.
Oh, the season is awesome. By the end, it's pretty good. It's pretty good to see. Like people are talking about he should get nominated for an Emmy for his role for this, but it was a really good season they did this time. They've all been good in my opinion. Fat guy at work lets you squeeze his tweets for a $5. His tweets? Yeah, I saw that. Looks like there would be some good beers. Yeah, there's I think so. I think all the ones I got in that pickup, I'm pretty much digging. I just got to figure out when to get them. Oh, Dolly says teats, not tweets. Let's teats for $5. Switch to PC cause I wanted a change for the better. Yeah, I know some of the guys that do it on PC. Actually, EB does some of the stuff on PC as well. And I've seen some of the PC gaming systems. I don't know. I still like console, I think, preference-wise. But there's been issues with PC. Like, Alan's always bitching about Call of Duty on the PC, like with stuff happening where I don't have those problems. But I think they kind of screw some of the people with the stuff. I was going to do a video on the gaming channel. I don't know if people know or not, but like it's Flacco does the Call of Duty. And on the Cold War, the zombie onslaught, PlayStation has that locked down until next year. So you can't get that on the computer or the Microsoft version for people that are buying Cold War, which is interesting. What is up, my homie Vince from back at home in Jersey? What is going on, brother? Cheers, thanks, and hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving and things are going well. And me and Vince went to high school and stuff back in the day. In fact, last time I was back in Jersey, me and him grabbed some beer. We're going to grab some more when I'm back up there. And I mentioned my buddy that runs Spellbound. Vince also went to school with him too. So we want to all get together when I'm back up there next year, which I'm going to be coming back up in the spring, most likely, Vince. So I'll definitely keep you posted, homie. Chess, I drew up plans for a walnut and maple chessboard. Why doesn't that surprise me about Vanessa? Did you say, of course, are you muted again? Did you mute yourself? We can't hear you. Can't hear you. I can hear you now coming in.
I don't know what happened. I guess my earbuds went out or something.
Nobody's surprised Vanessa put that together, I'm sure.
I can picture Vanessa sitting in her backyard carving out the actual chess pieces out of some wood she got off the tree or something.
I'm waiting to see Vanessa show up on Forged in Fire. Because I watch that on Wednesday nights. I'm waiting for Vanessa to be up there doing something. We're going to make an Excalibur sword or whatever. She's like, I got this. Scrabble or Monopoly? Scrabble. She means Scrabble. Scrabble's the snack up there. But which Monopoly had rules I didn't realize when I was a kid that were part of the rules, but never really sat down to read the full rule. But like on Monopoly, when you play, you roll the dice and you land on a property. If you don't want to buy it, anybody can buy it at that time. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think I never play it that way, but I did know that was a rule.
Time that would have saved back in the day.
I know.
The way we played, you had to land on all the properties to be able to buy them, but that would have saved so much time back in the day.
Is it that right after? I think you have to land. I think it's after you land on it, though. I don't think it's like.
Well,
maybe it is.
If you land on it and you say you landed on Baltic, because somebody likes buying the purple or whatever most of the time, and you say you didn't want to buy it, then anybody in the game, they can all open up an auction to buy it.
Oh, right at that time.
Right at that time, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I thought you. Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah,
okay.
That would have been a big time saver for sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
But the funny thing I read about Monopoly, speaking of Monopoly, last week, the fact of the game, it was created, I forgot the lady's name that created the game, but it was basically created to show the disparity in how the working class is treated versus the upper class. But by the time Parker Brothers got it, switched it around, you wanted to be that person screwing the other class. So it was never told the way it was supposed to be when it initially came out. You were supposed to be upset about how you were getting taken advantage of, the lower class, all the money you had to pay out and stuff. But instead, you were trying to scoop in all the money and make people pay it to you. So it's one of those weird little trivia things.
Funny.
Let me see. I forgot. Flacco said, well, hopefully mine doesn't crash. Didn't want to waste $1,200 on just a crash. No, you definitely don't want to do that. And I think it's the Ryzen is the board or the chip, whatever that everybody tries to get into it now. It's supposed to be really great for gaming. I know Alan knows for sure, but yeah, there's some nice ones. 1,200. There's some nice systems out there for that too that I saw. I was actually looking at some last week. You spend $1,000 or more. Wow, yeah. If you get one of those PCs, like one of the guys I work with, he went to get a computer when he had to work from home, and he got a gaming PC because those are the best ones for like memory and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Used PC for my boss. He refurbished it. Want to ship 2 chessboards out west to relatives. There you go.
Nice.
Lots of space on it. Yeah. Well, if he probably refurbished it and put anything on it, and yeah, it starts to clog up when you start putting that all the different programs on it. I work a lot to get things I want. Well, there you go. That's what it's about. You put in that elbow grease to reward you. And then Dolly realized she had Scrapple. With Scrapple, if you're in the Northeast, it's basically the other parts of the pig that don't get used for anything, and they put in some oats or whatever. But here in the Midwest, it's Geta where they do it as well, but they use a different type of breading for it than they do in the Northeast. Hard work always pays off. Yeah, I would say for the most part, but some people, do have that bad run where they still get screwed on stuff. Did buy olive wood to make knife scales with today. Nice. I don't even know what olive wood is though. But I know what Vanessa's doing is going to be very nice. I'm cheap enough. Grand would save it. Yeah, but you're doing it for a computer as like an investment. If you get a cheap computer, it breaks down. You got to get another one later on, possibly too.
Yeah, true.
Knife scales, Vanessa. What's that? Flacco, plenty saved. Good man. You make those emergency accounts, and then once you have an emergency account, you start building ahead for the future. Work hard, but save just in case. More people need to save, that's for sure. People that can save. Some people stretch so thin they can't save nowadays.
Yeah.
Plus, I make it look good. I made sure I had 4 times what I wasted just in case something happened. There you go. I like the plan in there. The size of a handle of the ring of the knives, the 2 pieces of wood fastened to the tang are called scales. There you go. Yeah, I know the tang from Fours. I know you guys are thinking of a different tang, but I'm talking about the tang from Fours and Fire. Where they make the tang on that. Olive tree gives you olive wood. I don't think I've ever seen an olive tree. See, 40% of my income. That's really good. That's awesome, dollar.
Hey, yeah.
Oops on Tango knife. Yeah. Saving 40% is pretty freaking awesome. The average, I think, savings is like 2% for people or something, if that.
We did a project. I used to work in the wood industry before my job now, making doors and panels, and we did some stuff in olive wood. Pretty expensive, if I remember correctly.
A special type of wood. I don't know how much I save, but I save. LOL. Well, if you're saving, you're doing well for sure.
Especially 40%.
Yeah. I'm sitting there messing with this. I don't know if I showed you the slider before. Here's the lighter that I had done. I smoked my cigars.
Oh, nice. I haven't seen that. Heard you talking about it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, a little zippity-doo, zippity-da. Let's see here. Drop in a little bit of the beer news. We've got... There was supposed to be the Museum of Beer was supposed to open in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And this was going to be something to go through the history of beer and all kinds of fun exhibit. They're expecting a bunch of money to come in through it. But obviously, COVID put that to the side. But they actually are opening up an online exhibit this month. So if you want to find out some of the history of beer, you can go to www.brewmuseum.com and check out some of that and some of the things they'll be running with out of Pittsburgh. And when they get it open or get it built and all that stuff, it'll probably be a little cool spot to check out. So
yeah, it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder, would they have like their own brewery attached to it too? I wonder.
I don't know. That'd be kind of interesting. Or if they have some type of,
you know,
if they had some type of experience, or maybe you can obviously brew your own beer. You're only there at the museum, but if you can hit some buttons and get like a scratch list and something, see what your beer would kind of smell like or taste. If there was a way to do something like that, that'd be cool. And some type of simulator.
Well, do like some of those other ones where you're forced to walk through the brewery on your way out. That way, maybe force people to stop and buy a beer or something. You know what I mean? Like,
you want to go with the IKEA floor plan? Like you got to go this way.
That's right. One way in, one way out, and you got to see it all.
IKEA's like there is no shortcut. There's got to be a shortcut. No shortcut. Olive trees in Europe for thousands of years. Ever heard the term olive branch? Just an 18-year-old living his life. Enjoy it. Enjoy the ride, too. Buy a piece of lignum vitae next month, along with some ebony. What are you building with that, Vanessa? Yes, I can stand the olive branch, Vanessa. Yes, Dolly. Youngin. I call Flacco a youngin. Flacco puts in some work hours, though. I know that. So, funny thing about Foster's, because you always hear Foster's Australian for beer, but actually, it may be soon introduced to Australians because it's made in the UK, so it's not like from Australia, really. So Australians don't really get Fosters, even though we've been told Australia for beer for all those years. But now, through the way it's being distributed or how it's being worked, they may actually get Fosters for the first time. That's kind of crazy.
That's funny. Australian beer. Wait a minute, no, it's not. We can't get that here. What do you mean? And it made in Australia? No.
Like, that's some bullshit.
That's funny.
Oh man. Let's see. Something wrong with spell check. Flacco said, "Yep, got to learn to save early. Already trying to build my credit card, and there you go." Thick oak planks and maple planks to build some low Roman benches, and wow, there you go. That's pretty cool. I have different accounts for my bills and spending. There you go. That's a good move as well. Just turned 59 and still living life. Yes, happy birthday to you now, because your birthday was yesterday, I believe, Vanessa, right? So I think we were on Tuesday and talking, so happy birthday to you. You do all the lifting yourself, Vanessa. Wow, 59, are you my dad? Vanessa's active. She does a lot of stuff. Because it's a job, guys do all the lifting. Vanessa does have some helpers, but she does a lot of her stuff too. But she has a lot of tools and lots of lifting methods, block and tackle your friends. So, yeah, Vanessa, that's why if something ever happened and it was like Walking Dead, Vanessa would be the leader because she would know how to do everything pretty much. And I'd be okay with that. What I mean, Mom. I just let it go. I didn't know where you were going for sure there, Flacco. And Dolly said happy birthday to Vanessa as well. So, yeah. So, hopefully it was a great birthday for you, Vanessa.
Yeah, for sure.
But she said, Shia say she wanted to come on. Is that what she said?
No, I think she's in bed. as my daughter, our daughter, she's up here.
Shannon Jr.
She's shaking her head no.
Oh, craft beer is being drained by COVID. So this was a piece that actually I was reading some stuff, and there's some different things out there, but you guys will hear more of that over the time. That craft beer itself, COVID is definitely taking a bite out of the craft beer industry as far as people going there, being able to enjoy some of these beers. All these breweries are starting to struggle. I mean, we have 8,000 breweries now. We were projected to have close to 10 before COVID and stuff hit. And so some breweries are definitely feeling the weight of it. And the one thing being said in the craft beer community right now is you like craft beer, make sure you get to the brewery to show support because some of them will be struggling and you may not have them around next year. So kind of an interesting thing there that I saw that I just thought I'd share. And I'm guilty of it myself because a lot of times, like this last weekend, I went to Jungle Gyms and got a bunch of beer rather than going straight to the brewery and getting beer, which helps them out a little bit more. So just something to keep in mind. If you want your craft beer to stay around, make sure you show some love. Dolly's I can't even lift my dog, my wussy muscles. Baby is chubby. She's 15 pounds. Yeah, Worcester, best way to pronounce it for true Central Mass folks is Worcester. I can't remember if Beer Chugs would have been here, he would have known for sure. But yeah, I was like, when I was looking at it, I was like, because it's not like Worcester. Like, I knew it wasn't, but I was just like, I couldn't remember how to say it. I mean, I grew up in Jersey and I knew people from up in that part of the country. But yeah, there you go. Worcester. Oh,
I think I used to have a customer. I think that's where they were located, was in Worcester, Mass.
Yeah. They get out of their car. So I can go out to sleep now. See you later, Rod and friend Todd. Well, this is Todd. You played with Todd on Call of Duty before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Flacco. I'm going to shoot you next time I see you. Not really, because I'll be dead every single time I respawn, I die. So I can still hear you, Rod. I'm going to grab me a beer real quick out.
If Todd's not around long enough, you don't know.
Hey, easy now. Easy.
Who's that guy that just died again? Oh, that's Todd. All right. Oh, let's see. Fantastic. I bought 4 ounce and 8 ounce vegetable tan leather, double shoulders to make more can and bottle holders and 5 craft beers in various bottles. Yeah, you have to let me know when they're ready as well, Vanessa. I'm thinking if I cut out shape the dragon of dragon's milk bottle so you can see it would be best. That would be pretty awesome.
So what
Wooster.
Vanessa decide on? Did she ever say Dragon's Milk or the other one?
Yeah, which one did you crack open, Vanessa? You never did come back and say the one you were going to drink, whether it was dragon's milk or the delirium.
Delirium, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and crack open this beer. This one is really good too. So this is another one from Hop Butcher. It is the Peel Carefully. It's another one I did a video on. Double India Pale Ale. It is Citra and Medusa hopped milkshake double IPA brewed with passion fruit, orange, pink guava, and vanilla. You got your tasting notes on here of tart passion fruit, fresh squeezed OJ, and ripe guava. And I will say this one was pretty damn tasty, which is why I kind of held it out towards the end before I drank this one because it was good the first time around and didn't want to drink it too fast on the next one.
Yeah, I'm ready to crack open a triple fruited sour ale. And this series, I guess this is a series, is called Liquid Lollipop from Froth Brewing Company in Buffalo. So Joe sent these to me because back early part of the year, I sent him some 450 North slushy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he said he still owed me beers. So he sent me some of this and some other stuff too. So he sent me 6 different cans. Well, every single can looks just like that. So I just thought it was a 6-pack.
Yeah.
So it's like a melted lollipop. So then I got to looking at the side, and every one of them were different. It was like a different, different ingredients for every one of them. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Didn't realize. I was like, that's fine. I'll take the 6-pack, whatever. But he always talks about, I don't know if anybody's ever seen any of his videos, but I know he talks highly of Froth Brewing Company. And I have had a couple of these. When my brother was over for Thanksgiving, we tried a couple of them. But this one is the sweet cherry and chocolate.
Oh.
Triple fruited sour ale.
Well, if I get it closer for you. Go ahead and put yeah.
And 6.5%, I believe, is that one.
Yeah, 6.5.
So
come get
the
this.
The other two I've had was really good. So interested to see how this one what this one has to offer. Kind of curious if the color is going to be a cherry color with chocolate, or is it going to be kind of a more brownish kind of chocolate color.
Got Paul in the house. Cheers, ladies and gents. Vanessa says she didn't open it yet, but soon Dragon's Return first. Tried a fog stout yesterday at 14.1. It tasted like burnt sugar. Not too good. Triple frosted sour ale. Where's your purse, Todd?
Nice one, Paul. Nice one.
He said, "Good old Joe."
Was that the Bourbon County she was talking about? The fog?
No, she. You know what? Was it the Bourbon County, Vanessa?
Didn't they have one that was called something fog or something?
The fog.
Okay, I was saying, I thought it was you. I was talking about that in your video that you just had the unboxing, I think.
Yeah, I haven't drank it yet. It's 14.1. It probably was the Bourbon County fog. Okay, but here's the thing. Like, I think that people are missing on the Bourbon County fog. Like I said, I haven't tried it yet, but knowing what they did with it is actually based off of a tea. So it's based off of like a London tea, and it uses like Earl Grey type base and all kinds of stuff. So it's not going to be your typical type stout. And I think if you're going in for a typical type stout, you're going to be more disappointed than that because it's going to be like that chocolatey type feel for what they were going for. So I don't know if it was really described that way to a lot of people, but I just noticed like a lot of people, the average rating right now on Untapped, if I pull it up here, is 4.09.
Oh, really?
I checked in. Everyone, 4335 check-ins is 4.03. But I see some people that are kind of like saying it wasn't like a stout. Well, it is the Bourbon County stout, but it's different in that they were going for that tea type feel. So it's just definitely something different than what you would typically expect from that. And
But
if you're not prepared for it, then it could definitely hit you differently.
it'd be
And
kind of like the Solera for Dragon's Milk.
yeah, but with that one, you know it's a strong ale too. Like you look at it, you know it's a strong ale. It doesn't have that stout color or anything. But also with the Fog, from what I've seen, it's the most expensive bottle of the variants. So the Fog was $23.99 versus the other ones at 16 or the base at 12. So you couple that, people don't understand what's going on with it because some people, to them, they said it was like a mess. And at the same point, you're paying the most for it. You're probably going to have a higher disappointing level than like, why did I pay all this for this thing I can't even figure out type of situation. So,
well, I know on that it does say strong ale, but I'm just thinking of people see Dragon's Milk and automatically assumes, you know what I mean? Assume stout.
yeah.
I pick it up thinking, okay, this is going to be oh, no, wait a minute, this isn't a stout. Well, it tells you that it's not, but
yeah, if people read the label, yeah, they'll see that as well.
But I kind of feel that's the same way with the Bourbon County in a sense too. Like you just automatically assume it's what it's a variant of the regular, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not really. So it's probably why a lot of the ratings that I've seen that have been terrible, or people I've talked to, is like us is a drain pour, not good, and they probably just are expecting something completely different.
Yeah, I think they're expecting more of that base thing that they usually do with the chocolate, the coffee, whatever you want to have coming through the cacao nibs, whatever type of thing, whatever barrel they're using. And this one is definitely different. So could have probably maybe positioned a little better. People knew that going in. I don't know. It's just I look at things and I read the label and kind of see what they're trying to do. But yeah, it's a little different. It's kind of like there's certain beers that you end up having that you definitely taste. It's like you have to have your palate able to absorb and appreciate it. They're an acquired taste. I think the Fog might be one that might be more of an acquired taste for some. It's like the first time I know people that had a barley wine, they hated it. And then 3 or 4 years later, they love them. It just becomes acquired after a point.
Right.
Yeah.
I am getting my hands on a couple of them coming up, the Bourbon Counties. The base.
Yeah.
The, what's it called? Something number 4.
Is it a caramel? I got the caramel final.
And I'm getting that one too. That's the other one. So one of our
number 4 or whatever I think it's called, proprietors number 4 or something.
Yeah. So I'm getting my hands on those whenever they were supposedly getting another shipment this week, but they're not going to sell it until the week of Christmas. But I know the guy that owns it, the owner, and he sent me a message today. Yeah, he sent me a message today. He's like, I'm getting another shipment. And he said, I know you reached out to me before, wanting to know what the situation was going to be, because I had to work Black Friday, so I wasn't going to be able to get out. Yeah. So he's like, I'll hold a bottle of each of these for you if you like. I was like, that's awesome, man. He reached out to me. I didn't even ask for it. So I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll take them. Just let me know.
I was surprised I was actually able to get the caramel at Jungle Gyms. I mean, it was just, I was over to ask a question, and I was like, wait a minute, Bourbon County Styles? They go, yeah, right there. And I looked, and I was like, they had the base, they had the Fog, and they had the caramel. And I was like, I'm surprised it's still here. He's like, I'm surprised too, because most of the time that's gone the first day. This was like on Saturday, did that beer run or whatever. So.
And the cool thing is those are 2 of the variants that I wanted for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, the caramel was one that was on my list for sure.
Yeah.
I got the Fog because I was kind of already there. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get it.
I probably would have done the same thing. I mean, that's not one. Like, that was one I looked at and it was like, I don't really care if I get that one or not, And obviously, I'd like to have the one that's aged in Weller barrels.
Yeah.
12-year Weller. I would have loved to have that one. Now, I wonder what the price for that one was going for.
Well, I haven't seen anything higher than the Fog yet, the 23, but it might be right there with it. So
yeah, I would have to assume. I'd have to assume it's $24.99 or something, probably.
Straight Talk Uncut.
Welcome.
Hey, welcome to the show. First time, saw you there. Cheers, my friends. That Honey Orange Triple from New Belgium is a beast. That is a good one for New Belgium. Any of those New Belgiums where they have like that white label and stuff, I've enjoyed pretty much all of them there. I don't know what the name of the series is they're doing those under, but I've had the honey orange triple, and I've had some of the other ones there. And New Belgium, I think, sometimes gets forgotten about, but they still make some pretty decent beers. How many licks on that triple fruited lollipop until you hit the chocolate center? Some of the young kids don't don't get that probably, Vanessa.
That's pretty good.
The other half, Fruita Sniper. Yeah, good old Joe.
Yep.
So, Paul, when I drink burning and roll a cigar in my purse is inappropriate? LOL. I tried it. They used the type of tea and such. It didn't have a typical stout taste. Did not taste chocolate in it. I did taste overheated sugars. Sugars taste like you burnt them instead. Like I said, I haven't tasted it yet, but it was Earl Grey tea I know they were using there. Because every time I think Earl Grey, I think of Star Trek, because that's what Jean-Luc Picard used to drink for his tea. Earl Grey. Dragon's Reserve. I have has a tea. I will see how it compares. Nice. I found 190 moonshine in gallon size. Very nice.
Ooh.
The fog I tried was 2 years old, according to drink by label, but it said you could age it. 2 years old? Was it bourbon? I know the fall came out this year. I don't remember it coming out previously. I mean, maybe it wasn't. It was a 2018 edition. Let's see here. Oh, what's that you say? Well, apparently, we have to take a word from our sponsor at this point, so we will be right back.
Stables.
Yeah, I'm looking for a horseman.
A horseman?
A horseman goes by the name of Rick.
Not here.
Are you a horseman?
I could be. What can I do for you?
Friday night, you can see me at War Games. Bring all your horsemen, because I will have Moondog Spot, Moondog Rex, and the Monkey Brothers. Yeah, I'm looking for a horseman goes by the name of Rick Flair.
Don't know him.
Could I leave a message?
I guess.
All right, write this down. Tell him it's Big Dust.
Okay.
The American Dream.
Okay.
Tell him to meet me Friday night, Starcade.
Meet you at the Stockades.
Yeah, Starcade, Friday night.
I don't know what you're wasting your time for.
Is this Baby Doll? Baby Doll, I know that was you Jezebel! Hello, I'm looking for some horsemen.
I've got plenty. How many you need?
4.
4 horsemen.
Yes, sir. This is Big Dust calling on behalf of Crocker Promotions.
Can't hardly understand what you're saying, but...
Sorry, I got a little bit of a lisp. What about Chris Benoit? Oh, he did. Sorry.
No, I don't really know what you're talking about.
Is this J.J. Dillon's?
No.
Don't lie to me, J.J.'s. You and I go way back, Jack.
Well, it ain't JJ. You got the wrong person.
Don't mess with the American dream, J.J. My eyes are open as big as silver dollars, Jack.
Well, you got the wrong guy.
You and I, J.J., leather strap match. Dustin Rhodes is the master of the strap match. J.J. Dillon, you a yellow dog.
And we're back. Thank Big Dust for word from the sponsor up there, you know. So
You never go wrong with that.
you never go wrong with that. But that's it. Let me get my bottle. Be right back. King Boo said, LOL. He jumped in on Dusty Rose, I think. King, I've been checking out on his channel. If you guys like gaming too, make sure you check out King Boo. He's been playing Assassin's Creed, and he's been doing a new skateboard. He actually has the PS5, so he's been doing some PS5 footage over there on his channel as well.
Nice.
So make sure you check him out there. Dee Dee's in the house. What is going on? Rod,
Dee Dee?
here's all, as Ric Flair would say, woo. I got that too. Oh, yeah. And what about Chris Benoit? Oh, he did. Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, he did.
That was actually Kid Chris. He's actually one of our local DJs, but for a while he would do some wrestling imitation stuff. Maybe we'll have another sponsor here in a bit before we get done. But it's hilarious because big WWE fans, they got the voices and stuff down like crazy. If you ever saw the video I had in here before where John Cena was in the studio and he did a slap chest from a guy that said he went to slap John Cena. And John Cena
Yeah, that was funny.
That was an hilarious one. I'll have to get that one back at some point. And he laid that dude out. So, yeah. Oh, man. So it's funny that Dee Dee actually got here because I was thinking about Dee Dee earlier. And Wawa coffee beer returns with a new holiday themed brew. So Dee Dee actually gets some of the Wawa stuff because his daughter brings that. And like Alex, the beer master, he's in Wawa land. Actually, Paul, PA Brew News might be in Wawa land too. So they got coffee beers coming back with their new holiday theme brew. I know Dee Dee liked what he got from them last year, and they got good responses from people up there. So if you happen to see them, I would say pick them up. Cool thing that happened here in Ohio, man leaves $3,000 tip for a beer as restaurant closed for a virus. So guy goes in, he gets a beer at the bar, asks for his tab or whatever from the waitress that helped him. I don't know if the waitress, the waiter, or the bartender, whoever it was. $7.02 or whatever, 3,000 on it. They go after him saying, "Oh, we think you made a mistake," and he's like, "No mistake. I'll see you guys when you reopen." How cool is that?
That's nice.
Yeah,
that's
so
awesome.
Not that everybody can give like a tip like that, but just think, some of these people are struggling out there. So if there's a time of year you might do a little bit extra, this would kind of be that time of year you might want to consider doing that. But nice on his part to actually do that and everything. So every little bit can count. And cool thing coming out of Ohio as well. So Seventh Son, they actually are one of our breweries in Columbus. I think, Todd, I might have sent you one of the Seventh Son Black is Beautiful beers as well. They do a little 12-ounce can, I think, with Seventh Son.
It might have been.
Okay. Well, they do some really good stuff, but they're actually issuing beer bonds, which are kind of cool, as they're dealing with the corona stuff. It's kind of a neat idea. You buy a bond for $50, and then next July, it's worth $75 for stuff there at the brewery. Or you buy it for $100, it's worth $200. They're able to take cash in, and just like companies, when they issue bonds to raise capital, you can do that, but you bring it back and it's worth twice as much possibly at that location when you go there. So pretty neat idea, but this is one of those ideas that breweries are coming out with to deal with the situation. But, if I was in Columbus, that would be definitely something I would look at. Like, hey, do I 50 down and then I can spend it next year in July or something to be worth 100 or whatever the number is. That's pretty awesome.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And how do you know you've hit rock bottom? How about when you're getting shamed by police? So police actually shamed a beer thief for stealing Bud Light in the early morning because he tried to steal from a convenience store or whatever like that. And they basically told us that's clearly not a breakfast beer. Like, of all the beers you could have taken, that's not one you take for like. They pretty much shamed this guy for taking Bud Light. Like, of all the other beers that were there, you took the Bud Light. Really, you have no idea what you're doing.
You're right. Why of all beers? You can take any of the other ones. You're going to get in trouble anyway, regardless. Might as well make it worthwhile.
So I appreciate them having some humor there. Like, they arrest this guy and they're busting his balls. You're going to steal any beer. Why would you steal Bud Light?
They're probably like, all right, if you need that bad, just go ahead and just go ahead. Yeah. If you're going to pick that one out of any of them, just go ahead. We're not even gonna bust you for it.
You must be hard up. I'll let you know that cake stout was excellent. Yeah, so he had the cake stout from the Wawa beers and was off the hook. And I think last year when he got it, we were talking about it before, he let his daughter know, hey, when you come through, pick this up. So, and okay, my bad. It said drink by date in August 2020. Yeah, but the new ones just came out here in November, so maybe it was 2018 they had another addition to it. And it could have been something with that bottle as well, too, as far as when they fermented that batch and stuff. I haven't heard anything about burnt sugar with the new batch. But, let me look to see if there was something in 2018 on my phone here for fog.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Doesn't ring any bells, but
it doesn't for me. See, because when I look at Untapped, the only one they have is actually for the 2020 edition. I'm trying to think.
Especially that style. That doesn't ring any bells at all.
I know Anchor had a fog. Maybe it's not bourbon. Maybe Anchor. I mean, the 14.1 will be this year's ABV though. I don't know. DDS, how Vanessa was doing, she said good as well.
Was it aged for 2 years before they released it this year? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
It could have been aged in something, but even then, like, it has a release date of now for 2020.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting one there. I am a little perplexed.
Yeah, me too.
Should make a leather keg wrap if you got time. So tomorrow, bang, 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 the grill will be here. So Amazon, let me know the grill's coming tomorrow. I got to put the mofo together, which I don't think is be too much of an issue. I haven't put
Nah,
wood.
don't say that. Don't say that.
Knock on wood.
What kind of grill did you get?
I got a 4-burner with a side. You know what I could do? I could pull it up here actually.
You can do, or you can do a little unboxing video, so you don't want to spoil it.
I could do that too, but that'd be a lot of pieces and stuff for the unboxing video. Let me see. Let's see if I can find it here. Come on.
It actually probably shouldn't be too bad, but they're usually never as easy as you'd think they would be.
No, I don't think it will be, but then I come over here, share screen. All right. So here it is here. Blow it up to that screen. It is the Mega Master. Oh, get off there. 720 4 propane gas, black silver with side burner. Because I got to have my veggies on the side. Know what I'm saying? Got to have the veggies on the side. So we can pull this up here for a bigger image. Got that there with this. Got the 4 burners. You're looking sexy, baby. There's the side burner. So you can put a little pan on there. Mega Master. You got the little video. The cast iron porcelain. We're rolling on cast, son.
There you go.
Let's see here. What else has it got on here? Anything else on here? So here it is, like actually cast iron cooking grids, right side burner, heat up sauce for your grilling, creativity on the main area. The one thing I didn't get in here, I thought it was like to get like a box, whatever. But I'm gonna get a smoker box, I think, to put on there as well. And then I didn't see it have. I didn't think about the afterwards, but it didn't have the temp gauge, so I'm gonna get one of those and drill it in as well, so I can have the temp of everything.
There you go.
I don't know what this guy's trying to sell. Really? You're the grilling dude? You're the grilling dude? What the hell are you grilling, son? You do not.
I don't think so. You ain't buying nothing from that dude.
Your surfboard or your roller skate. You ain't grilling.
Yeah, he ain't grilling shit.
Yeah, so. No, but it should be pretty good, I think. I like the look of it. I didn't get a cover. I probably should have got a cover just in case it.
Yeah, do that for sure.
Well, it might come with it. The last grill I had, it came with it. So, but I am going to do some videos grilling. I'm going to probably put it on the food channel. Unless I'm drinking a beer with it. Then if I'm drinking a beer with it, I can put it onto the beer channel. So, trying to get them all.
Well, you could
the right pages.
You could put it on both.
Yeah, I could put it on both at that point. Yeah, I mean, it could definitely go into food regardless. But I could, if I'm going to have a beer, do something like a beer review at the grill, review by the grill, or some type of idea. I might have something like that.
Yeah, you totally do that.
Yeah.
Especially it's one that pairs with what you're grilling or something.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. To Master Can Holders. All right, Vanessa. And he thought no one would know the Bud Light was missing. He could have thought nobody would notice the Bud Light. Rack and lamb with a pistachio crust is amazing. That sounds amazing, Chad.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I even saw how you can actually turn it into like kind of a smoker type thing as well. So I forgot to order the smoke box, so I got to do that this weekend to get that sent over. Unless I go to like, I don't know, Ace may have it or Lowe's may have one or whatever, but I did see online where I can get a pretty good one. How much did it cost? $199? No, there was no Roger.
$2.99 DD. It wasn't that good.
Well, here's the thing. There was no Rod J deal on it, sort of. So
here we go.
At work, my company, I ended up winning something I didn't even know I was supposed to get anything for, but I ended up getting like a $325 gift card. And I'm like, what do I even use this thing on? And I'm trying to figure out. And I'm like, finally I said, well, I'll get the golf game and I'll get a grill. And both of them came out to be like $324 or something. So it was great. But technically, got it for free. I guess you got, well, really, I didn't get it for free because even though I got it for free in the sense they gave me a gift card, I did get taxed on it. So,
Yeah.
but it was still free money. So I guess I'm back to it being free, right? If I got taxed on it, I just didn't get the 325. I got like 190 or whatever. So yeah, I still came out ahead. Yeah. So Rod J deal via corporate. Rod J deals come all kinds of ways. You can't control them.
In a roundabout way, you kind of worked for it then, sort of.
Sort of. Dude, he said gas. Come on. I'm sorry. I like gas. Charcoal just takes time that I don't have time to really do. And there's ways you can do it now with the gas and with the smoking and the chips and stuff too. I felt like I thought about it. There was one I looked at that was half was charcoal and half was gas as well. But I didn't end up going with that one. Where's the Weber? Yeah, see, people love the Webers. I'm just, yeah. I don't know. Maybe some point I'll get a charcoal one later on. But right now, gas is where it's at for me. I like the gas grill.
I've got a little bit of all.
You got the gas. You got the pellet too, right?
So I got a pellet smoker. I got the Weber 22-inch, and then the latest one I got is a griddle top / gas grill.
Ah, so yeah.
And it's a Camp Chef, so the griddle top sits on top of it, but it's also you can pick it up and take it off, and it's just a gas grill, like a regular gas grill.
Yeah.
Which is why I went with that one instead of like the Camp Chef, because I wanted a griddle, but so that was a 2-in-1.
Well, I think I'm gonna get like one of those plates to put on a grill, like I would do, like whatever. Like maybe I want to do pancakes outside one day, and I'm doing sausage or something. I can put a griddle on there. So I like doing the grill. It does cut your costs down when you have a grill. You're grilling out rather than cooking in the house too. So
yeah. I actually have seen those where they fit right on top of your stove, like the griddles.
Yeah, I've seen those as well.
Those look pretty cool. I was like, that's pretty nice, but I don't know. You got to have somewhere to store it and all that shit too. So
yeah, we got so many damn kitchen appliances now. I don't even know how many. We got Ninjas. We got freaking what's the other one? The Vitamixes. We got Foremans. We got all kinds of shit. Like, where do we put the food at? Like everything is taken up by appliances on our freaking counters. So this would be nice to have outside. I have to do a combo. Rod's cooking with Beer Show Live. Yeah, that could work too. So I can set it up there. Actually, I got like a bunch of tripods and stuff here now, so I can easily set up a tripod and go live out there as well. Weber or Traeger all day? Well, you got a Traeger, don't you, Todd? Is that the one you got, Traeger?
No. The one I have is Camp Chef.
Okay. I know Traeger's got a pretty good name behind it. What's going on?
Yeah, and I also have a pretty good price behind it too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Cheers, NDT. Good to see you. And Emerson in the house. Cheers. Stop in. Got to work in 5 hours. Much love. Back to you, my friend. And 5 hours. You can be crunching, getting up, going to work. But at least it'll be the weekend. And hopefully you're off Saturday and Sunday. So, but always appreciate you swinging by, brother. I got 22-inch copper Weber Performer Sons. See, Gilbert's a charcoal guy too. Then I guess it's all about preference. I know people will say, "Well, charcoal tastes better." But you can do stuff to flavor the meats and still do stuff with the gas grill to still make it taste good. So
yeah,
it's it's not just throwing a hunk of meat on there and not doing anything to it, not marinating or soaking. If you know what you're doing with it, you can still make it taste pretty damn delicious.
My brother's 99%. Well, I'll say 90% charcoal. Convenience of the gas grill plays a part in it too. But I'm the same way though. Even though I don't hardly ever charcoal anymore, I used to, but I don't much anymore. Just because, like you said, I don't hardly grill at all anymore because I get home too damn late. It's like I used to eat peanut butter and jelly every night or something. But
yeah,
it's just like the charcoal for me was the weekend thing. Just because of convenience. Like, you got to wait 35, 40 minutes for it to, get the temperature and all that,
Yeah, yeah.
It's like after work, coming home, you just don't have time to do it. Unless you're in the middle of the summer and it doesn't get dark till 9. But I don't like to eat at 8:30 at night either.
Yeah. One thing I realize is on the weekends now, on Saturdays, when I'm up, occasionally I'll watch the cooking channel. I don't know if you ever saw the show Man Fire Food with Roger.
Oh
Rudd.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if you're going to be a serious griller, it's like you can't buy anything in the store for what you need because everybody on that show has their own custom made grill.
Oh yeah.
They've got stuff like made out of freaking steel and from all over. Like, how do you come up with this idea? Like, these guys got all kinds of contraptions, but those are the serious grillers for sure. Dee Dee says, do I have a set it and forget it? Pain in the ass. Yes, I do have a set it and forget it as well. So that's another thing on the counter space, which is actually great for doing some stuff there. I've actually done like Cornish game hens in there and roasts and different things. I've even done burgers and stuff in there before. So that's kind of a nice.
Set it and forget it. What was that guy's name? Ron something or another, wasn't it?
It began with an R. It was something.
It was Ron. It was Ron something. I forget.
Yeah.
I forget all that shit he used to make, all those products. But I think it was a set it and forget it rotisserie or something.
Yeah. But it's
Ron.
nice.
What the hell was his name?
What is it?
I'm almost sure it was Ron something.
Let me see here. Well, there was Ronco that makes it.
Oh, Ron. That might be what I was thinking of then.
Set it and forget it. Ron. Shit, what's his name there? Hold on. I got a thing here with a picture of him.
Yeah, Ronco. That's what it was. But that might have been his Ron Company, I guess, maybe or something. I don't know.
Oh, come on. Why do you make it so small? Shit. It is Ron is the first name. I just can't see on this one thing here. He's probably got a page on Wikipedia for him. Ron Papil.
There you go. Yeah, that's it.
PPIL. Ronco was, that's his Ron company.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ron Papil. He had every gadget you could think of at one point or another.
Yeah.
All those infomercials.
This is here. Yeah, I remember the infomercials used to be on, and it was like, back in the day, you can get this for 5 easy payments of only $19.99.
But if you order now, they'll slash a payment off of it.
Yeah, that's how it was.
4 easy payments instead of 5.
Good old Ronco. There's an old commercial for the thing. Let me see. Set it and forget it. It's so funny when you see some of these old stuff back then.
And then there was some other lady. There was some lady that was on there too doing those infomercials. She had like red hair or something, like a red, almost kind of beehive looking type hairdo.
Let me see here. Go back over here real quick.
Barry something. I forgot. I don't remember what her name was. She might have been Ron's sidekick. I don't remember.
Might have been. Let me see.
This easy, folks.
So simple. Isn't it, you guys? Isn't it simple?
That nice. Put the lid on. This is kind of nice.
There's applause clapping.
There it goes.
The crowd.
It's over. Get this
1,
chicken
2,
over, this
3,
chicken over,
4.
this chicken over. I'll just walk over here. I'll put it in this new Pro model. I'll slide it
It's the
on.
Pro model, people.
If you follow materially, you just.
What do you got here? Leg of lamb?
You follow all instructions and you?
You know, got the aprons on.
Well, I was going to say, why is the crowd with aprons on?
It's as simple as that, folks.
Oh, the good old set it and forget it.
That's pretty good. I forgot all about that. Like, why does the crowd have aprons on?
Right. Are you coming down to cook, or is that just for the design right now? Right. Yeah, I actually met the guy one time that created the infomercial, And he used to actually be one of the original sharks on Shark Tank. But at one of the TEDx events I used to be a part of, he was actually came back. He's from Cincinnati, and we had a pretty good conversation. We were actually connected on LinkedIn and stuff. But he was the one, like back in the day, the old Ginsu knife and all that kind of stuff. He was the one that created it. Yeah, so.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Let me see here. I hear the big green egg is amazing. I haven't heard about that one. Gas grills I'm afraid of because I think I might blow up. Just always make sure the connection is good on it, right? They teach you like to check it, like with a soapy thing to make sure it's not leaking or anything like that. But
yeah, those green eggs are amazing.
I use woods as well, my Weber, not just charcoal. Yeah, I was saying I've seen a lot more people use it with the woods there, and with the gas, you can do it with the smoker box as well. So, Man Fire Food, I love. They built a fire pit on there out of cement blocks, and they always serve a lot. Yeah, they do, and like I watched last Saturday, and they served like a whole cow, and to get the cow up there, they had to use like basically a crane device they created where they had to like 10 guys get the cow over onto the crane, and they had to basically turn it and crank it to get it all up there. But they cooked like pretty much a whole cow.
They still making new episodes of that, or are those just all reruns?
Yeah, it was 2020. They had 20. They still have new episodes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He has two shows. He has the Man Fire Food, and then before that, he has another show where he does like guy and travels to places now.
Yeah.
But the Weber was some lump sum buyout 4 years ago, and I usually use wood. I use charcoal for get-togethers. Pre-COVID, of course. Yeah, we don't want the Mounties showing up to your house, Derek Gilbert. Oh, you're saying you're doing Weber cookouts. We saw you.
Yeah. How many people is this involve? Are you within limits?
Yeah. Yeah, that whole thing. Like, how do you stop people from having people at your house as it is? Like, it's like you can have no more than 6 people at your house for Thanksgiving. Like, how would you even enforce that? It's like there's no way to enforce that. Like. Is a neighbor going to call? I mean, do you have Karens out in the middle of the street calling people? Like, calling police?
Probably.
Party next door, they have like 8 people and not 6. I think you should send the police over.
Unless they just go driving through neighborhoods and try to find a house that's got, 8 or 10 cars parked out front or something.
Which I feel bad for Karen, the good Karens out there whose name got hijacked on them.
Yeah, no kidding.
Some Karens are, I am not that Karen.
That's not me.
I remember back in the day, in the morning, there were aerobic info. Yeah, I remember the aerobic commercials as well. You see some weird stuff in the middle of the night and everything. It's like kind of crazy. It's funny, we were doing a show a few years back, and this was back when Crunch was on here and a couple of other guys. And as I was here doing, it was like 1 a.m, 2 a.m. Like on TV, they kept coming up with all these like 800 number commercials. And then it would be like an 800 commercial call for, call me or whatever, be a friend or whatever type thing. And, kind of hooking up on the phone type situation.
Yeah.
And then from that to like some type of erectile type commercials on that and everything. And then it would go to like some woman type thing. It was like all these commercials, like all just sex oriented, like in the middle of the night. Like, what? Who was up this late still trying to figure out how to work their organs? Like, maybe that's part of the problem. You don't get enough sleep that you're watching these commercials. So.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
Brings you back to working nights. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, way back in the day, the TV used to cut off on you back then before we had cable and all that. It was like, it would do like the anthem, whatever, and then it was just static back in the day.
Yep.
Like, go to bed. Why are you still up? Go to bed,
Except for, was it Friday night? Didn't they used to have like Friday night videos or something like that?
Friday night videos, that used to be, I think, on NBC. Now it would go to like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah, but then everything else was already off by then, I think, though, and that was still going. Or then the Elvira at night or something.
Yeah. And that was like, I think USA Up All Night came along later on, and they would start doing stuff. But I mean, before cable, back when you had like 3 VHF VHF channel, 3 on the other, it was like, I guess I'll go to bed now. It's 2:00.
It was what the national anthem, and then it went to just white noise.
Yeah, just white noise.
Poltergeist channel.
Do you, the guy that was cooking, YouTube channel called Amazon Kitchen, truly amazing. Oh no, I didn't see that one. Off the Almazan Kitchen. Let me take a look here.
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one before. Let's see if I can take a look here. Yeah, but I think the grill and stuff would be kind of fun to actually do as well. So I'm kind of looking forward to that.
I've thought about those, just haven't pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah, the wife was happy I got it again. Wow, he's got 3.58 million subscribers.
Oh, wow.
To check it out there. Let's see, the test band. It's like network shut down in the middle of the night and only played info commercials. Wonder how much the network owners made off of that. Yeah. Well, back then when it shut down, you didn't even get infomercials. It was just, you were done. But later on, I think it was, I want to say late 70s when the infomercial was kind of when I think of the old Ginsu knife commercials came out, early 80s, late 70s, somewhere around there. And it was like the guy would cut like meat, then he cut an onion, but wait, then he would cut like a tin can or something. It's like, why would you have a tin can in the first place that you need to cut open like that, you know? But they were doing it to show how sharp the blade was. And,
right.
And you'd be amazed. And like, if you order now, you'll not only get this, but we'll send you 9 little Ginsus, you know?
Yeah. Wouldn't he cut the can first and then slice through a tomato or something?
Yeah, he would do something like that. Yeah, yeah. But
so you're not dulling the blade. We can still cut through a tomato, and you're not squashing it or whatever. It was.
But something the young folks will never ever see again, or never had a chance to, is they never got 12 albums for 1 penny. Remember those, like the old Columbia House? You would choose 12 for 1 cent, and then people would cancel their subscription afterwards.
Yeah. Or you could buy or even after that, you could do it for 10 or 12 of them for hardly nothing.
For hardly nothing and everything like that. They would send you, they would send you cassettes back then or whatever, because you weren't getting records in those. You cassettes, or then you would get CDs.
Yeah. I was actually in Columbia House for a while.
It's like, I don't know whose idea that was, but it really wasn't that great because people would get out of it and like they would just basically have the albums they want. It would cost them 1 penny.
Yeah. But you know what they banked on was people forgetting, because if you didn't tell them you didn't want it, they would send that to you in the mail, like each month.
Yeah.
But they would send you whatever the feature was for the month. And if you didn't tell them you didn't want it, you either had to send it back or they would charge you for it. So they were just like trying to get people to charge you for it. And if you didn't pay it, then you were going to like debt collectors.
They would go collection, but they would never collect off collection. They were like, well, sue me then or whatever. People didn't care, and nothing ever happened. It's like, no wonder you guys went out of business the way you did.
Right, yeah.
Bad idea. What's going on, Eric? He's sipping some juicy gossip from Bell's. That was in the Bell's variety pack, I think, wasn't it, Eric? Did you pick up the variety pack, or were you able to get that individually? I did see that one as a part of it. And it was like the earth turned off at 2 a.m. and on Sunday. Right, that's how it was back then. It was, that's it, I guess. So now it's before you had, the DVRs and all that kind of stuff. Well, unless you had like a Betamax. You had somebody by the VHS, you might throw a movie in or something, at 1 o'clock at night or something. But before you had that.
The good old days.
Yeah, the good old days.
The simple times.
Like the TV's off, you want to play some Atari Combat?
Yeah, that's right. Play some Pong. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Oh, man.
Play some 16-bit new age stuff right here.
They're bringing back the Atari, too. They came back out with the retro version, so it's got the old games and new games. So I think it's selling for like $370 or something. So
doesn't it also come loaded with like 8 new games or something.
I think it does have loaded something on there. Yeah. You remember the old Atari football with you had the 3 guys or whatever? It was like the 3 block guys. You remember that? Like you played Atari.
Yeah, and they all moved as the same. Like you couldn't move them individually. They all just moved as a line. It was the same with baseball. It was like all your outfielders, they all moved the same. It was like he moved one, he was moving them all.
Oh man, good old Atari.
It was like stick figures that could kind of, run just a little bit. Their legs looked all kind of weird looking.
Millennials will never know the struggle that we went through with that game. They'll never know the ET that we got to see.
Yeah, exactly.
That was their biggest flop with that game. Yeah. 4.7 ABV Juicy Pale Ale. Nice. I haven't got the chance to check out Greg's beer reviews to see if he started getting bells again. Because they are in Virginia now. So I wonder if he started reviewing them again. I know he was a big Bells fan before they pulled it a couple years ago. Yeah, see, Chaz, I was born in 81, so I know nothing about the 70s, LOL. The 70s, yeah, I mean, 70s were just a kid growing up back in the day. It's kind of like, if you ever watched the Sandlot movie, that was like the 70s growing up. It was up, you play baseball, was just hanging out with your friends, having fun. Or if you watch Stranger Things and stuff like that, it's just, before you had the video game in the arcades, it was just hanging out and using your mind to be creative, which wasn't a bad thing.
No.
Kids can use that nowadays. I remember when we started the programming day with finished cartoons at 5. Yeah. I will say, due to technology, internet, and good beer has brought a lot of friends together. That's true. Yeah. And Eric said, that's what I thought the Jingle Bells Variety Pack. Yeah, it was a part of the Variety Pack that I saw. The Atari VCS, hell no. That was just But the new one has a cool design to it. Before internet and cell phones, there were landlines. I remember pay phones, and every mall had them. Yeah, we had the pay phones. You had the internet that was tied to your phone. Like back in the day, like if you went on AOL, which was really the one that opened up a lot of it for everybody, like nobody could be on the phone in your house because you're doing that dial tone. If they got on the phone, you would lose your signal, which sucked if you were like, younger and you're trying to connect or something like that and everything. And then it's like, it was worse than like, it was like, well, when you had the regular phone back in the day before you had the internet, you were on the phone talking to like your girls like that. Somebody would jump on the phone, but you would lose your whole signals. You had to go back in there and try to figure out where you were and stuff. So.
Well, then you dial into it like, trying to connect to it. It'd take it forever.
Yeah. I remember back in college, we had the AT&T calling cards and stuff you could do. But then I remember in college, kids figured out how to hack the phone system because they were able to copy the dial tones off the buttons you press. And so people would have like a recorder and they would hold it up to the receiver and they would play it back and the phone would dial thinking you put the money in and dialed it. So that was like early stages of hacking back then that people would do as well.
Sure, I remember back in the day when first, with the dial up and stuff of Napster, when Napster was first.
Oh my God.
That was the first downloading music, it'd take you like 45 minutes to download one song because you're on dial up. Then somebody call and kick you off, you're like, come on, I was halfway done. Now I gotta start all over.
Oh, Napster did change the world with the downloads, though. I mean, that opened up the torrent universe for sure.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Eric said, I have my own arcade machine. I made with Windows 10 computers. Got over 10,000 games. Old school arcade. It rules. It got 2-player, 8 buttons, trackball, and a spinner. Oh, wow. Me
too, Eric. And I got one of those also.
You do as well? Cheers, homie Bamboo. What is going on? And I remember Waiting was a big thing. Oh yeah, I remember that call Waiting in the 3-way. Oh my God, yeah. I'm going to bring them online. What, together? Like we'll be all. Yeah. Oh, I remember.
Then people would try to get somebody online to get you to talk about that person and not even know they were on there, and then all of a sudden they'd call. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I didn't know he was online too. I was just kidding.
Well, it was like when Wall Street came out, right? That's the first time you saw in a movie with him on the beach of someone like talking on the phone that wasn't connected to anything. He had the big old mobile phone up to his ear. and it was like, what is that? Like, what
I'm
is
about
going
Saved
on?
by the Bell.
No,
Oh.
Wall Street, the Wall Street movie.
Oh,
But
okay, yeah.
yeah, oh, the Wall Street movie. Was it Michael Douglas? And
Yeah, yeah.
he was like calling him from the beach or whatever.
Real quick, when Eric was talking about his game machine, does he? Do you have the X Arcade? Is that what you have, Eric?
See, Napster, I got so much good music off of that. Yeah, maybe took a whole day for 5 songs, but well worth it. Yeah, depending on your setup, it could take a while for sure. That was before we had the cable stuff.
Yeah.
Tube, but was kicked the shit out of the house by 10 a.m. and I would go looking for trouble. No playing video 10 hours a day. I would get cracked good. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Back in the day, we'd have time outside, but we still had time to play video games later on if we wanted to. Or if it was like a rainy day, we played video games. But whenever we could get outside, we would get outside, play basketball, baseball, football, whatever,
Whatever season was in.
Yeah. Let's see. Even right now,
that was before you could call anybody and find out where everybody was. You just had to ride around your neighborhood to see where all the bikes were parked.
Yeah, I mean, you had to try to ride around and catch up. Where you would tell, like where I was at in New Jersey, like the basketball courts were pretty big or baseball field. But you tell me the night before, we're going to be here like at 10 o'clock tomorrow or 9 o'clock tomorrow, whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So yeah. Celebrities like stand-up comedians are not making as much. There's no place like comedy clubs. Yeah, I mean that's why I think you're starting to see more of them turn to YouTube for stuff. If you look on YouTube and some of the feeds I'd be getting more comedians doing videos and stuff now. So I think they're kind of sharing their stuff there as kind of an outlet as well. But they're trying different things because they can't do the clubs right now. Lars from Metallica couldn't pay for his gold-plated toilet cause of Napster. Yeah, that was what started bringing Napster down was the Metallica. Yeah,
yep, for sure.
The Saved by the Bell phone, the brick Motorola. I think in Wall Street it was a Motorola too that he had there. Yeah, yeah, good old Motorola. Yeah, he used the X Arcade tank stick and then bought a branded spinner from Ultramark.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of similar to what I have then.
And my arcade cab is sit-down style from Rec Room Masters. Nice. And now California really going to lock down. Like most states, effing not good. Life as we know is done. Well, that's what the whole thing we were talking earlier before you came on, Bamboo, about the whole virus type thing. I mean, not the virus thing, but the vaccine for the virus. And it'll be interesting how that does roll out. But it's weird because, you look at the different states that are doing things. And California was one that was always being extra precaution, but they still can't stop the numbers. So then it's like, if people are staying in, is that really helping as much? Because here's a state, California, if you took them as a sample, they've kept everybody in, or they try to keep people in, and they still can't keep the numbers down. Which in my mind says, well, this is more probably an airborne thing at this point than it is even person to person. It's already out there. So I don't know. But that's the whole part of the science, right? We're living in the lab, and every day we find out something different, it seems.
Right. Yep. That's been the whole thing with this is nobody knows. Like, you don't know which way to turn, It's like one side tells you something, the other side tells you something, this side tells you something. It's like, what do you do?
Well, that's like I said before, if this was usually these things happen and everything is researched back in the lab behind the scenes. So you don't even know what's all taking place. But with this thing, nobody's prepared for it really. And so we're all living in a petri dish, just kind of dealing with it that way. So we're learning by fire, going as we go.
One of our local news channels, one of the AM morning hosts, she follow her on Instagram. Well, she's on one channel and her husband's a meteorologist on another channel that I watch. And she actually she just posted today that was like day 14 or something like that, or 12 of COVID. And she's having a hell of a time with it.
Yeah, because it's going to affect, it depends really part of the thing is, one, if you have the underlying conditions, but I think, two, DNA is going to play a part of it too. So my old boss, she had it, and it wasn't much more than a couple days down.
Right.
Other people have had it, and it's been a lot worse. And so a lot of that stuff plays into it. You just don't know how it's going to affect you. It just depends on how you actually get hit on everything.
When you've seen some of the athletes, professional athletes have some of them doesn't get affected, and some of them have had a hell of a time with it. You're thinking somebody that's young. Well, in fact, I think it was a WNBA player. She played at U of L last year. Was drafted 2 years ago, and she came down with it. So she set out the whole WNBA season. She's probably only 22, maybe at the most, probably 23, and had a hell of a time with it. So it's like, those kind of people are probably in 1,000 times better shape than I would ever consider being in. And they're having a hard time. But then you get, like you said, the 70-year-old that's doesn't affect them at all. So it's weird. It's just really weird.
Yeah, it definitely is. And like Bamboo says, the vax, I think, will make people sterile among other. Well, that's an issue. And again, there's a lot of doctors that are pressing these pharmaceuticals to release the real information about what's taking place here. As far as possible side effects, they're saying they're not releasing everything. So that'll be an interesting. Whoa, Eric. Big drop there, my friend. Dude, thanks, brother. Thomas Metal dropping a 50 bomb in the house. Cheers, brother. Dude, that happy holidays, my friend. That's awesome. Nice. That yeah, so wow. That's nobody ever has felt like they have to, I always appreciate it when people do stuff, but I'm here for the entertainment value, so I definitely appreciate that, brother. Give you an Ice Cube yay on that too. So I never know what to say when people actually drop that kind of stuff. So I definitely appreciate it. Bamboo, the mixed messages all by design to keep us divided as much as possible. Yeah, I mean, the division stuff I think was there over the years from different stuff anyway, but it definitely doesn't help with a lot of stuff that we're seeing here. And that's why you need to, say what you want about Biden. I'm not a huge Biden supporter, but at the same point, he's trying to unify people. So you got to give him credit on that point, along those lines. So we'll see what ends up happening. It's just, you feel like by now, everybody will realize we all should work together. We'd have a lot better off country than we actually do.
All right.
Bill Gates vaccinated kids in Africa and India and caused 500,000 kids to be paralyzed. Oh, I didn't know about that, Bamboo. Yeah, that was definitely nice, Thomas, for sure. Thanks, brother. Even if you buy some Scotch and Group Bourbon, I'd like to see the review. Well, I will definitely do that for sure, my friend. Appreciate it again. So, yeah. Speaking of which, should we have another sponsor? Do we need another sponsor tonight? What do you think?
Might as well. Why not?
So this is 11:06. So we will get ready to wrap down. But before we do, let's get another word from one of our sponsors here.
Yeah, is Rick there, please?
Yes, it is.
There have been many times you and I have gone round and round, and we've bled the same blood in the same muds. But this time it's all about business, Jack.
Well, let's do it.
You and I, Friday night, Daddy, at the Fulton County Stadium. The Great American Bear. Dusty rides on the edge of a lightning bolt with a silver saddle, Daddy. Now you come on down there with your limousine and your horsemen. Bring your A-game. Yeah, is Rick there, please?
This is.
It's time for you to meet your maker in the American dream. Dusty Rhodes is up for the challenge.
I think the American dream's barking up the wrong tree.
We'll see if your blood is as red as mine, Mr. Flares.
We will find out indeed, sir.
That's right, find out in Flint. You a yellow dog. You hung your phone up on me.
May I take a message?
Yes. Tell him this is Big Dust, the American dream.
Big Dust, the American dream?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a friend of his?
More of a nemesis, I guess you could say.
Are you Bob Klepak's friend?
I do not know who this Klepak fella is. All I know is that the other night, when Rick hit me from behind, I saw where the line was drawn, and now... Friday night at Starcade! My steps! Hey! Where did you go, baby dog? That bicycle! He's got a bicycle!
What better than Dusty Rhodes? I mean... Dusty Rhodes, yeah. I need them to do some more promos because there's some pretty funny guys over there. I said, Bamboo said, yeah, but most are caught in the tube. It is a tube. I mean, I've never registered with either party. I'm actually independent. I think both parties actually have their issues, but at the end of the day, I try to be more on the common sense type thing, and there's definitely some differences there. It's kind of like, I won't get into the whole political thing because we're here to enjoy beers and stuff like that, but I just saw earlier today, like in Georgia, they were telling people don't vote, like the Republican, like, how's that help your cause? If you're telling your party don't vote, that means obviously all the people for the Democrats are going to vote and they're going to win. And what point are you trying to prove again? Like, I just don't get it. So it's a crazy world. It's like Stranger Things. We're like in the upside down? What do they call it? Like everything that was right is wrong and everything that's wrong is right. So
yeah.
At the same point, it's like we're wearing more masks. I feel like I'm going to be on Watchmen pretty soon here. So it's like I want to get the Silver Guy mask. I like that guy. I wish they would bring that back again, but I think it's just a one series and it's done as well. People are like, do you bring it back or do you leave it the way it was? Like, did you watch Watchmen?
I started watching the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 episodes, and I just haven't picked it back up yet.
Oh my God. So by the end, I can't even tell you what's going to happen there, but at the end, it leaves a big question. Like, people want to know what happens there. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know if you bring it back. I just think if you leave it there, it's kind of like The Sopranos where it just goes off and lets your mind finish the end in the way you want to finish it. But it was such a good series. I was glad Regina King won an Emmy for that. I thought she did a real good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't keep up with it.
Yeah, I mean, there was parts of it where you could definitely get thrown off on it a little bit, I think. So I think some people felt like they didn't get where it was going here or there, certain curves. But if you stuck with it, it rewarded you at the end with a pretty good ending and stuff. So, and I just finished Fargo, like I mentioned.
Is it over now?
Yeah. So it's over now. If you watch it on demand, you can see them all.
I was gonna say I'll have to binge that one then.
Lovecraft, that was another good one there. What did I just pick up? I was about to pick up another. So I still got to watch The Boys. I haven't finished watching The Boys. I haven't watched anything but the first episode of that. I need to watch that series.
I haven't watched any of the second season. Shannon, I think, watched all of it already.
And let's see, DVR.
I still haven't finished. Did you watch Perry Mason when it was out?
That was a good series too. I did finish.
Yeah, I got halfway through that one and I was kind of just got away from it too. I need to pick that back up.
I just DVR'd The Black Narcissus. Well, not The Black, it's just Black Narcissus, which is about these nuns and like black magic, it looks like. So I want to check that out. And I did DVR Moonbase 8 just because John Riley's pretty damn funny. He's got the guys in there. The one guy that used to be on, out of Oregon? The guy used to be on Saturday Night Live as well. Portlandia. No, the guy with the glasses. You ever seen Portlandia? They're in Portland making fun of everything out there.
Yeah.
Well, that guy, and then they had another guy. So I'm going to watch Moonbase 8. And
what are you talking about?
Yeah, those are kind of the newest ones I just started watching. But I did see, what's the name of the show? South Central. Franklin. What's the show?
Damn. About the crack cocaine. Shit. What the hell was the name of it? Snowfall.
Yeah, that's back next year. They read it down as back 2021. So they probably got slowed down with shooting and stuff because of the Corona stuff as well.
I wonder though, since John Singleton's gone now, if it's going to be as good.
I think it will be just because he had other people working on him as well on the show too.
That show was so good. That was really good.
I mean, it's credited for him, but he didn't direct as many episodes like some of the other people did, I think. So it should be
That's
pretty
probably
good.
true. It's probably true.
Knight Gilbert and dodging the Rona, sons. Stay ahead of it, my friend.
See you, Gilbert.
Cheers, Bamboo. I look good in blue. Leave it be. Yeah. The Boys, and Straight Talk said The Boys. The first episode was great. I just never got back to it, so I do need to watch that. The Boys are hilarious in the dark. But yeah, it's what I like about The Boys is, sometimes like I'm a big fan of the Marvel movies and the superheroes type stuff, but you always have that good has to win in the end of most of your stuff. And with The Boys it's like, if this was reality, how would some of these superheroes actually act, especially when you didn't see them around? So I kind of like that rawness of it. That's what I liked about Hancock is like, here's this drunk superhero reluctantly to be a superhero doing stuff he shouldn't be doing, but that's just how the world is. So I do want to watch The Boys and get that watched out because the second season just started, I think, or it might be finishing.
Yeah, I need to watch the second season. First season was pretty good. Although I don't know that I enjoyed it quite as much as the hype for it, if that makes sense. Like, I thought it was good, but I don't think it was, I don't know. Maybe I missed something out of it, but I mean, it's good though. It's definitely worth checking out and watching for sure.
And that's another one, The Mandalorian. I have not watched that.
Yeah.
Everybody tells me how good that is. I was never a huge Star Wars person.
You don't have to be.
I do like that character. So I do want to watch that at some point. And I do have the Disney here. I just haven't watched it. So
I got Shannon's catch. So I watched the first season last year. And I was like, this is so good, you would like it. She's like, well, she never really liked Star Wars either. I was like, we don't really. It's more, just sci-fi type, kind of sci-fi, whatever. I don't know, Western. I don't want to say Western because it's not like Western, but
I've heard people say sci-fi Western when they talk
about
it.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. I mean, that's kind of what I think.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't really have to know anything about Star Wars. I mean, there's some characters that you see, like the when you go to the bars and stuff, and you got all the wild characters at the bar or whatever, kind of that type of thing. Of course, the Mandalorian himself is like Boba Fett, just a bounty hunter. But outside of that, you really don't. I mean, besides Yoda, obviously, but everybody knows who Yoda is at this point, whether you've seen Star Wars or not,
Yeah, there was something that happened with Yoda this season, I guess, that caused some type of outrage I saw because he ate a frog or something, and people were, I don't know.
Oh, he did that. He did that in season 1, though, like a lizard or something.
I don't know. There was something online about something he did, like I don't know if it was vegans or vegetarians, whoever it was. In society nowadays, you can't figure out who's counseling who, but they were upset about it. They were talking about counseling Yoda. It's like, how you going to counsel Yoda? It don't make any sense whatsoever.
All right.
Yeah.
but I haven't watched season 2 yet. One, because it comes out every single Friday. So I was like, I just wait for it all to come out so I can watch it. They're only like a half hour long anyway. So it's like, I just wait for them all to come out. But I'm waiting for her to catch up too. So I thought we could watch season 2 together.
Yeah. I'm gonna, because I'm gonna watch that at some point. I just haven't done it yet, and it's just tough getting time in to watch some of these shows and stuff to check things out.
Yeah, that's the good thing with that one is it is only a half hour long. I kind of like the half hour shows a little bit because I don't know if you've been watching any of that new one that's on FX. It's called A Teacher.
I went to that too. I got a chance to watch that one. That had it interesting.
And it's only a half hour too. And you think like a drama, technically you got commercials. It's only 20, 22 minutes long, right? Actual footage of it. But it's like sometimes these hour dramas or whatever you see on TV or whatever, it's just like, I don't know, just sometimes they seem to drag on a little bit for me.
Yeah, I think at one point there was a little spot that was hit by what's the one that we like with Kevin Costner?
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone. I think Yellowstone hit a spot at one point where it was kind of like, I didn't drag a little bit, but then it picked right up and you were rolling again with it. So I can't wait for season 3 now after what happened at the end of last season.
It's my God. That's probably our favorite show right now for sure.
Yeah. It's like, let's see what's
I know it's hers, hands down, it's hers. But
yeah.
It might be that's on now, probably mine too, maybe. I might even put that up there as like one of the top series that I've ever watched.
That last episode, I'm like, Rip's gonna have to kill some people now.
Yeah. He's gonna be. Oh man.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I can't even wait for that to come back out.
Yeah.
Shayna was so mad. She's like, "Why do they always gotta do this shit at the very end?" It's like, you ain't got no cliffhanger. You know we're coming back for the next season. It's like, what? Why do this?
Todd said, Chad said, Todd, sometimes I find I like too many shows, so it's hard to keep up. Definitely way more shows in the 80s. I remember Married with Children was one of those ones that kind of snuck up on me. Like when it first came out, I really didn't watch it. And then I started picking it up midway through. And I was like, this is actually a pretty damn funny show. And
I think a lot of people kind of missed out because that was when Fox was first trying to be big. One of the main networks. That was kind of one of their.
That was in Tracy Ullman before they lost at Simpsons. The Simpsons, the Ullman show.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Back when they had 21 Jump Street,
Yeah.
They know the one from the movie version. They don't know the version with like Johnny Depp and Richard.
Right. The original. The OG.
Holly Robinson was smoking back then too. What was it? 20? And then what's it called? Greco got his own spinoff called Booker. So that lasted for a few years.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Desiree Dawson's latest episode is a Jedi. I won't tell you which one. He's not. He's not Yoda. I tried Westworld. Couldn't get in past the first. Westworld was actually pretty good. I thought I got into it, and there's a lot of moving parts with Westworld. The more you suck with it, the more it happened. But I think if you had read the book back in the day or saw the movie from the original, you were kind of a little bit more maybe prepared or so. I don't know if you did or not, straight talk, but I was kind of like, you knew there was going to be like a little bit of a setup before they could actually get into a lot of the core stuff. But I'm all in on that show now.
See, we watched the first season was great, and then season 2 was okay, and then we were just like, no, it's like felt like it started getting way too more in depth and complicated than it needed to be.
Yeah.
I want to watch it for entertainment. I don't want to sit here and think about what the hell's going on the whole time we were watching. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But then that set it up for later on, like in the third season for stuff too. So it all plays together down the line. It's just there's definitely a cerebral aspect to it where you got to think a little bit on what's happening there and getting the parts together. Realize, oh, this person is actually this person. It's just not the same timeline on a lot of this stuff.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what made it confusing. If you really didn't pay attention, like it jumped around so much, you're like, wait a minute, what? Didn't he just die and he come back and it's like died again, come back? Then in another world, like what is? I was like, I don't even know what's going on. I don't even care.
Yeah, I would say the last season cleared up a lot of that.
Okay.
As who is who and what is what, and like for instance, Ed Harris' character pretty much had all the different parts of who he was and kind of all collided into kind of settling a lot. I mean, it just pulled it all together, and then now you got the part where the robots are out into the city where they weren't supposed to leave the park. So now, like Danny Newton and them are embarking out into where humanity is, which is going to get interesting. Yeah,
probably should have stuck with it, but I was just like, too much thinking involved in this one.
I never checked out Mindhunters, but I heard good things about it, but I never got a chance to watch that one. Now, what's the other one on Netflix I never got a chance to watch, but the first episode, Black Mirror. I still haven't gone back since the first episode of that. But people talk about how good that one is.
I think I watched a couple episodes of Black Mirror, but that was it. I heard Mindhunters was really good too, though.
Frog tastes good. I'm thinking that was a Yoda when he ate the frog.
Yeah.
As apparently people got upset. Everyone on this channel, what's your favorite show? What's your favorite actress or actor? Favorite show? Whew. That's a tough one. Favorite actress or actor? Probably favorite actor at this point is I would say probably because I watch pretty much a lot of stuff he's in. It would either be like Samuel L. Jackson or it would be Al Pacino or it would be Robert De Niro. Like those are my three.
Yeah.
Anything they're in, I'm pretty much watching. As far as
I'd take 2 or 3 of those, but I'd probably throw Samuel out and probably put like Denzel in there instead.
yeah, which are all worthy choices. As far as favorite show, I mean, all these shows are kind of ending right now, so I'm kind of like, probably the thing that I watched more recently. Last year, if you'd asked my favorite show, it would have been Watchmen. That was my favorite show last year.
Is that favorite show now or favorite show of all time?
It's a good question.
I could answer both of those. For me, right now, probably would be Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably put Snowfall right there close behind it for me.
Okay.
And probably third on that list might be Better Call Saul. Which brings me back to maybe my all-time favorite would maybe be Breaking Bad. Not maybe, probably is Breaking Bad.
Which I never saw either, so. Yeah, and I've always heard good things about that one, too.
Actor, and actress. Well, I said actors. Actress, I'm not really sure. I don't know. I have to think about that one.
Yeah, I don't know if actress. I don't know if I have I'm trying to think of a favorite actress. I mean, there was a time Angelina Jolie, but those are various reasons.
Yeah, right. I mean, there's definitely movies when you see like, oh, there's an actor in it. Like, I want to watch. I want to see that. Like Al Pacino, whatever. Like, hey, I want to see that because he's in it. I don't know. I'd have to think on that with an actress. Is there an actress where it'd be like, oh, she's in it, I want to see that?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. Can't think of any off the top of my head at the moment.
I can't either, really, that grabs my attention as much. I mean, like I said, Angelina was in stuff that grabbed my attention.
I mean, I always thought Charlize Theron was usually I think she played him was usually pretty good.
She's a good one, but she doesn't really draw me into it as much just because like there was a Netflix movie that was out that we were watching and it was like, yeah, I'll watch. I mean, Charlize used to be a draw for me more than what she is now.
Oh yeah.
She's still a good actress. It's just I don't think I get drawn into much of what she does there. I'm not like a huge Julia Roberts is a good actress, but I don't get drawn to her stuff.
Especially in the 90s.
Yeah. I tell you who's interesting for me that I like to watch stuff she does is probably Jodie Foster. She always does some good roles. So
yeah.
I feel like if she's in a movie, it's going to be pretty damn decent. She's really good at picking roles. And
I was going to say, she was always kind of picky about what she was in, it seemed.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anything bad that Jodie's done. Another one I actually like to watch at times too is Holly Hunter. She does a lot of good movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I have to think about that one though.
But you see, the baby Yoda is not Yoda. It's the same species. Yoda is dead or a part of Force. So it's not the same Yoda? I thought it was the same Yoda. But I haven't watched it, so I don't know. I thought it was like Yoda when he was younger.
Well, they actually call him Baby Yoda, but he's 50 years old.
Yeah. He's got a hell of a time span for his aging. Ed O'Neill has been one of my favorite TV stars. I loved him in Married with Children and Modern Family. I also love this movie. Yeah, I tell you what, one of the movies that surprised me back in the day that I really enjoyed that he was in, I thought was hilarious, was Dutch. When he did the Dutch movie, I thought that was
yeah.
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 I was watching the other night and Plane, Trains, Automobiles was on. And I was just thinking I felt like, I mean, he was a big star anyway, but I felt like, I don't know if John Candy ever got the appreciation he really deserved. John Candy did a lot of good stuff. And I was watching that Plane, Trains, and Automobiles, and he was always good in stuff he had done. He was a real funny guy.
He falls in, which I don't think He wasn't part of Saturday Night Live, was he?
No, he was Second City TV, which was the Canadian.
Okay.
In
Okay.
fact, I think
I
the only
always feel like he kind of falls in those that category where like they're never really taken serious. A lot of them aren't really taken serious. You know what I mean? Not so much nowadays, I don't think, but like in the olden days, like a Steve Martin type or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Like he was always good and stuff, but he was never really, I don't think, ever taken real serious, you know.
Yeah, like Second City was like John Candy, Eugene Levy, who was like the father of American Pie and stuff. I wanted to say like at one point Aykroyd I think was Second City as well, and I think Chevy Chase before he went to Saturday Night Live. But it was mainly a lot of with the Canadian. We get a lot of Canadians on Saturday Night Live anyway, but that was more Canadian based. But I used to watch that as a kid too, growing up.
Speaking of Eugene Levy, have you watched any of that Schitt's Creek series?
It's funny you mentioned that. I was flipping through one day, and it was on, and I just stopped on the channel to see, and I was freaking laughing my ass off. I'm like, this is actually
it's hilarious.
I was like, I've been going back to watch it then, but I should pick it up because it was pretty funny.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We like binge that whole series. Of course, that's another one that's only like a half 20 minutes long an episode, you know, if you watch it on Netflix with no commercials.
Yeah.
And I think it's like 6 seasons, maybe. I think it might have just ended, but we just watched the whole thing in like maybe a week and a half or something. It's so funny.
Dee said Sanford and Son, you big numb. Yeah, Sanford and Son was a classic.
Yeah.
Sanford and Son, and that was the directing or the creation of Norman Lear and his like Sanford and Son, Good Times, Maud, Jefferson's, All in the Family. Those were all like Norman Lear, and there was a comedy that was done back then that he could hit on. At the same point, he could also bring up poignant issues that were taking place at the time. So he was able to kind of interweave those together. Like you watch those, and it wasn't always laughing all the time. Like he would hit on stuff like certain things happening in society and stuff, and it'd be serious. But by the end of the show, well, sometimes the show would end on that, but it would come back again later, and you would find something. He would find the levity in the different moments. But like I still can think like Good Times, watching Good Times when Janet Jackson was on her penny and she was getting abused by her mother at the time before she got adopted by Wanda. Or I can remember the All in the Family episode where the guy was on there from Blazing Saddles and the discussion he had with Archie. Or I can remember so many other stuff from like Maud talking to Florida from good, like the different feel. I was not Florida, but Louise from Jefferson's and different stuff they had. And it was just always like stuff that made you think. And it was just done in a way. It wasn't just like a dumb comedy. It was really pretty sensible. I mean, normally
yeah. Well, that's like when they had to replay, I guess maybe last fall, when they had All in the Family and the Jeffersons, when they did like Jamie Foxx, and it was like the live kind of Broadway type, whatever live, but it was the exact episode, word for word, I guess, from back in the 70s or whenever it was on. Did you see that? Did you happen to catch that?
See that one? No.
It was really good. And what was good about it was like, especially like the Archie Bunker episode is like, it's relevant now. Like the things they talked about then, it was kind of cutting edge. Now it's like, nothing's really changed in 40 years. Like it's still you still have the same issues. You know what I mean? Like you could totally, if you'd have changed the characters and had that same episode and be something different, it'd be like, okay, well, this fits because it's exactly what's going on. It was bizarre almost in a sense. Like it was still relevant.
Yeah.
Thinking, that much time has gone by, and there's a lot of the issues have not even changed, or maybe even worse than they were.
We haven't made a dent in any of the stuff that's still. I mean,
we've
made a dent, but it's not been a big enough dent. So.
No, right.
Viola Davis and Fences. Viola Davis does some good work. I will say that I've seen her in various roles, and she's always pretty solid. I've never seen Fences. That is when I wanted to see at a point here with her and Denzel in that movie. Katie Seagal, awesome actress. See, I've really only seen Katie in Married with Children, but everybody told me how good she was on Sons of Anarchy, which
Oh yeah,
I never saw
yeah.
Sons of Anarchy, which I wish I would have now because now I'm into the Mayans, which hopefully that comes back here next year.
And she's actually on this season. Well, she was last year too. The Connors.
Oh, was she? Okay.
Yep.
That's kind of interesting how they kept that show going too, after all the stuff with Roseanne. Man, I seen the highway when he has the devil suit on and looks at Steve Martin is one of the funniest kids. Yeah. Yeah, after the car on fire and stuff. John Candy's great out of him, mate. Yeah, he was always one of the great ones out there. I think when he was like what 50 when he died or something. I think he was
something like that.
young, 50, if not just over, like way before Well, you remember when Chris Farley died? Chris Farley, when he died, like wow, yeah. But you knew Chris Farley was out there doing all probably. I don't know if he was like in rehab and that, but you had a feeling he was probably out there running like John Belushi did back in the day. It's success when it hits you. It can drive you in all kinds of different directions for sure.
I can see Farley probably partied like it was 1999 for sure.
Yeah, no one can ever do live in a van down by the river like Chris Farley.
No.
Yeah. Even now, when you watch like Tommy Boy, just crack up watching him do some of the stuff on there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'll be tuning up for some other shows here and checking out some other stuff. Probably get some movies in. Good thing about the holidays is a lot of the programming kind of pauses until like second or third week, January or February, whatever it is, so you can catch up on stuff. But I'm still trying to finish The Walking Dead. That'll be back to finish out the last season finally. I'm not watching any of the new Walking Deads. I'm done. I'm at the candy bar card type situation. 11 in. I need that 12th one to call it a closeout, and then I'm done with The Walking Dead.
So is this the last season for it then?
Yeah, this is the last season for it. I may come back for the movie because the movie will just be a one thing there. They're supposed to bring the movie back at some point here as well, which is going to talking to another part of the storyline. But they got the new one now with the kids that grew up after their parents had died, and they got the other one where it's a different spot during the same kind of timeline. I'm like, I'm not going Law and Order. When they did that with Law and Order, it was like 5 different things going at one time. You couldn't keep up. Just not going to fall into that trap.
CSIs, NCIS, all those that have like 50 different cities. Like, no, we don't have to do that.
Which the funny thing about Law and Order, if you don't know, the longest running character on Law and Order is actually Ice-T.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the longest one. Like he's just like, I guess he's going down with the ship, but he's been on there the longest time of any of the actors. So
was he on there from day one?
Not from day one, I think, but he got added like after that, maybe first or second season or so.
It was pretty early though, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's funny though because kids will grow up nowadays and they're probably watching Law and Order and know him just as being an actor. They're probably like, why is he over here on the rap album? Like, why is he singing?
Right.
Or why is he doing the rock song here with this rock group or whatever? It's like they don't know him from being a musical artist. They just know him as being Law and Order. So
it's funny you say that. That's probably so true too.
Yeah. That's as bad as I remember one time Sean Puffy Combs, they were asking him about something. He said his daughter came in one time and said that somebody was stealing his music. And he was like, what do you mean? And his daughter was watching the videos and it was Sting performing.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, no, Daddy. He's like, actually, Daddy kind of stole his music.
Every breath you take.
Yeah.
Like, well, no, you got it backwards. I actually stole his. That's funny.
But yeah, so but that is funny there. Oh yeah, that's an awesome one there. His Chip and Dale with Patrick Swayze. Just can't stop laughing. That was one that dance off or whatever.
That's a classic.
It was so close. It was real close, but we have to go. Yeah. But I guess we'll go ahead and get this baby wrapped down. We're looking at 11:37, so we're going here about 2.5 hours tonight. And again, we started. Well, we tried to start early tonight. We did start later, so because of it.
Yeah, I think we started at our normal time tonight on accident.
Tonight was a throwback night to the old time.
Yeah, throwback. There you go.
After all the difficulties, but thanks for everyone that definitely tuned in, and going to go ahead and get this wrapped up. I'm going to actually upload another. I guess I got the other video uploaded for tomorrow that I got to put up. Let's see, what am I doing for tomorrow? I think tomorrow. I finally got all through the Hot Butcher beers right now, unless more show up. So that's a good thing. Some people are probably like, do you only review Hot Butcher? Is there other beers? Yeah, I've got a ton of other beers for sure. Oh, tomorrow's going to be a delight, especially like Dee Dee. Tomorrow, you're going to like this one. I'm actually putting up the High Wire Oaked Macaroon 10W40. Oh, nice. So Dee Dee's down there in Carolina, so that's one of his spots out of Asheville, of course. But I finally got time to get that review put up next, so that'll be the one going up tomorrow. And then I might put up a few more this weekend as well, like more than just one a day, just try to get caught up with some stuff. I'm debating on trying to go back to doing some of the live reviews. But if I do the live reviews, those will be probably more tilted toward the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, just because I'm not drinking every night. So, yeah. I mean, I could, but
right.
I am trying to watch my health and everything as well too. So yeah, but no, but I'm going to get that one put up there, and then anything else that people want to kind of yell at me on, let me know, and probably do some more panel type stuff at some point here as well, since I went ahead and paid for the service here. So maybe get some more people up here, do some fun stuff, things along those lines. I got to get some more people on here for some of the breweries and stuff too. So I'm going to reach out to see if I can get some other connections in. I did have one person that wanted to come in from distribution and handle some of the breweries, but then we never got it put together. So I'm going to reach back out to him this weekend and see about getting that set up. But
let me know if you want to do the one here for the local. If we try to get something set up, I can try to get that set up for you.
Oh, I'm ready to do that anytime. If you want to reach out to him, see what works for him, we can definitely do that.
So I know last time I talked to him about it, he was down for it. Although he'd rather do it in person, but under the circumstances, I don't know why he wouldn't do it, online.
Yeah, to help him get some exposure and all that stuff. And I did talk to Jeremiah from Hot Butcher, and actually we are in talks of getting Hot Butcher on here.
Nice.
We're looking at early next year to try to do that, but he's going to try to get some people keyed in on that. But hopefully we'll have a video with them, especially since a lot of people are seeing their beers out here on YouTube and all over the place that they've been putting out. And then I like to get some people from Braxton or something on here too at some point. I'm going to reach out to Mike again. Mike's always good over at Mad Tree. I'm sure if I do a video thing, he'll definitely be worth coming on. Usually we do that in person when we're over there, but I'll get him to reach out on some stuff they're doing and then take a look at some of the other people out there. So still working on all that, but I do have people in the wings. I just connected with some other people online, like through LinkedIn and stuff for some of the breweries too. So I think going to 2021, my goal is to definitely get more of the brewery people up here doing some stuff.
That'd be good.
Yeah. So stay tuned for all of that stuff, people. And should be a pretty good fun run. Just think we're almost out of 2020, and that's a good thing. As Martha Stewart would say, that's a good thing. So I don't know any people that are like, hey, can we get some more 2020 around here? No, everybody.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's push through. Dee Dee, I hope you get those Wawa beers. I'm looking to hear what you think of them. When the daughter definitely brings those up as well. But that being said, thanks for everybody that tuned in. We will look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Keep drinking those good craft beers. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.